Kudash conversation. You see where the world at today. You see how the people acting, how they conducting themselves, where the world going direction. What, 100 and some car piled up in Texas? At one end, then they had another 18 car piled up in Dallas. I think they killed 3 over there, 5, I think it was 9 deaths total. It's Yahuwah calling people in. I don't think they worry about coronavirus, and that's just the start of your problem. And all right, coronavirus, you've been having a problem. It's time for Mr. and Ms. America to acknowledge him. You've been gone too long. They're gone astray. Time for our people once again become conscious. Looking at what these people doing to us. We've been played, people. We've been had. What y'all gonna do? Y'all got a plan? I also say he got one. He said, I just been waiting. He said, he been saying he got a plan. He said, I got a plan. I know it's gonna work. Anything gonna beat the American dream. Yeah, right. Isn't that right? Just waking up. Anything gonna beat being unconscious. Isn't that right? That's something we gotta learn about the unconscious and the conscious mind. Most of us don't know how these people play us. They created and evolved a system, and they made it complicated, and they can't prove it. But it sounds good because they put Thailand in front of their name. All I gotta do is put 2 letters and a dot. And ain't a Mr., a Mrs., a D-R-R, a M-S for a master. And they play us, we don't know no better. They're like anybody else. If I create something, I'm the first maker of it and the controller of it. If you just happen to come up to it, I'll be the smartest person you ever seen with it, because you don't know nothing about it. But once you learn it and learn that I created the whole thing that's fabricated and predicated on lies and hypocrisy, then you'll learn to get away from the game. Once I remember that game, Always the Ball. Remember, how many of y'all remember that ball? They had it look, Always the Ball. Man, that thing was tight. How they get you? They actually get your money. When you turn to get your money, he just turn it around on you. Where you thought it's at, it ain't down no more. He always got it anyway. He ain't gonna let you pick up more than one. When he pick up and flow you where it's at, he drop it right down you. And the reason you got played, because you didn't know the game. You walked up to it and you thought you knew it. And you got played. When man tell you, always the ball, he tell you, I always got it. Whole time he tell you, it's always the ball. It's bad when somebody can tell you something, put it in your face, and you still can't catch it. Like go to college and evolve and go out and get a good job so you take care of yourself. Always the ball. Always the ball. Ain't that right? You work hard, live hard, and support your country and everything else, you can make and be somebody. Always the ball. He played you every time. But that's why we're here to try to get our people to get conscious. I want you to get angry and pissed off, not with the individual, but with yourself. It ain't so much of the system, and more it is how we've been systematically played. Even my own people been a part of this. That's how people that sit in these seats, these elected seats, they play us too now. They know what's going on. They come and get a seat, they get to eat scrumptious, and they get to live a lifestyle, and they sell us out. So now we got to make up our mind what we're going to do about it. We got to create a system that's going to work for us. I'm going to tell y'all that every time I see you. Ain't nothing going to change. We got to create a system that's going to work for us. See, Dr. King and all these other great revolutionaries that they're calling, and they're only great because they played by the rules that white people wanted to, and white people couldn't use them more than white people exterminated them. That's what they're doing. White people can't use them more, they exterminate you. They call it assassination, exterminate. Now they sit back and prey on you and wait on you to kill you. That's what you do to roaches. Exterminate do that too. He come in, he'll spray, and he learn everywhere where they be in the cracks and the crevices and these hidden spots. Back over behind places. He leaves stuff that don't just kill that day. This stuff here work for months. That's what they did with crack cocaine. You get on crack cocaine, it'll just kill you then. It kill you over time. They got roach spraying stuff. They had this stuff raid years ago. You spray, you kill the roach. And you know they realize you don't stop a system. So what you do is you feed a roach. Well, a roach will take stuff back to his home. When the roach take it back the way he reside and resident at, other roaches will come in, they'll migrate together, and they'll socialize. Then they'll have sex and create other roaches, and they'll begin to exterminate the whole family. What you think they did when they gave it that government cheese? What y'all think they did, put crack cocaine and put cheap alcohol in there? It didn't kill a man right there, it killed him when he got back home. His wife finally got frustrated, feel like she can't live with a drunk no more. The kid feel like he can't stay up, he can't keep up with us, so I gotta go out in the street and make it for myself. Kids go to jail, wife run out, get with somebody else, kids get abandoned, get left. They did a better job than they did with giving you that $1 billion you explode when you get it like the raid can. People don't, I'm telling you, now set you up. Everything is about taking it back into your home. They learn how to destroy the colony. They practice with insects. Then they moved up to us. You don't know why they're killing you, do you? They're killing you because you lack knowledge. You lack knowledge. You lack vision. Hello? You lack ideas. All your ideas come from your oppressor. Tell me a good idea you got. That's what I thought. All your ideas work and evolve inside of his system. You don't have a good idea. He tell you how you beat him. You beat him at the ballot box. White people showed you how when the ballot box didn't work for them. They went to where they count them at. They said, I don't believe your numbers. Not you. We lost, he said it. That's how they get you every time. They count it. They tell you. Hello? That's right. Man, them folks pull out the number. They got everybody betting on the number to win some money, and you don't get to check the number. They give you the number. Yep. I know when number you pick is in the system. The system generate. I'm going to let a machine generate me a number and put my money on it. That make a lot of sense. How many of y'all went for that? Because that's probably the best way to win. Let the machine pick you. Come, I got one honest person. The rest of the people still got, that's what the quick pick is? Let the machine pick it. No, they got one the machine to pick it for you. What is it? That's quick pick? I don't know. That bad. You know what he said, Uncle Ted, no, he just, that man, why ain't go down by himself, Uncle Ted? Look at Uncle Ted looking at you. Buck. I don't know what's wrong with Buck, Uncle Ted. We working with him. But that's the truth, though. Think about it. They train you. Think about it. I guess I'm going to say how we look at this. Suppress. I guess we'll look at suppression. So looking at suppression, you kind of deal with the conscious and the unconscious mind. So this is stuff they'll put on you and they'll play you and they start to play with you with psychology. So what you tend to do with the unconscious mind, before you realize it, you learn to just kind of put things. How many of y'all got stuff in your past you don't think about sometime, then it'll kind of come back up? It's your unconscious mind. That's what it is. It's your unconscious mind. It learns how to suppress and push things back and out of the way. And that's what you do when you go to work. You push back out of your mind that's how he got you. He put you in a system that you still haven't broke out of yet. Everything that you run and you go and do, he used it against you. You hadn't learned how to make it work for you. He went to ballot box to pass laws against you too. Now you go to the ballot box and all the laws you vote for are the laws he put on the books for you to vote for. You don't get to create one. You can learn. Niggas just learn about writing in a candidate. We ain't been too long. The first time I wrote a candidate, it was in 1992. I had to argue with a black woman, had been working out for 14 years, said she had never heard it before in her life. I said, I need a write-in ballot. Now you don't have to do all that. Now you got the little pinch punch machine to do it to you. I told her I need a write-in ballot. She said, no. She said, I said, I need a write-in ballot. She said, hell no write-in ballot. I said, I need a write-in ballot. She said, hell no write-in ballot. She said, the white woman walked over there, the white lady said, she said, what's the problem? She saw a kid going, she said, what's the problem? She said, he told me he want a write-in ballot. She said, well, get him one. She said, a write-in, but he said, yeah, get him a write-in ballot. She said, I've been working here for 12 years. I ain't never. I said, look at you. I said, why would you know? I know you're a coon. They ain't gonna teach no coon nothing like that. They give it to you and told you that's who you're supposed to vote for. What's on the paper? So you see what happened? That's how they get you. Before you know it, see, we hadn't realized that these people have worked us so long. We've been duped so long. We hadn't actually, I think the word is what they pretty much put us into, I guess we call we haven't been in an autonomy type system where you can do something without being coerced to do it. See, with us, we pretty much are coerced into doing something. They give you your choices. You got to say yes or no. It's a choice. I'm going to vote no. I still gave you choices. You know what I'm saying? You don't have all your choices, all your real ideas, all your opportunity to come from them. Whatever you want to be, you got to be in their system. Anybody, give me something you want to be. Any kid, anybody? Is there anybody want to be anything? So what you want to be, JoJo? A who? If there be no interpreter, let him speak it. Playing the NBA. You know who owns that system? Mr. White Man owns that system. Which means in order for you to play in the National Basketball White League, that means that system has to allow for you to do that. That's how the whole system works. Whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, You can go to school, you can score all kind of high accolades, excel on your test, but you got to take that man's bar. That's right. That's right. You got to take that man's exam. That's right. And that man got to certify or prefer upon you in order for you to work in that field, to work in this system. That's right. Hello? Yes, sir. That's right. And you're going to still be stuck under his regulation. Yep. It ain't, oh, I'm going to go get my own law firm. You're going to be under his regulation because you could be disbarred. They can take your license because it's his system. He gives it to you. Whatever you want to be, if it's a truck owner, a trucking company, or just any business you want to be, it's going to be under his regulation. Yes, sir. He regulates everyone of them. You ain't going to get and do what you want to do. You're going to meet up, you're going to be under the Federal Motor Carrier Act. Yep. And you're going to be under the rule of the regulation of the railroad. Yep. That's who controls trucking, the railroad. Most of the niggas don't know nothing anyway. They be looking at them train things, them train control you. That's who control them road rights and what you do. The railroad. And you got, I've been working on the railroad all the live. What is all the live long as I've been living? White folks don't sing that song, them nigga songs. Y'all all right? I'll get you a new song. They gave you your own song, Big and Small messed it up. Told the girl so pretty, gonna put her daddy penis in his mouth. I can't sing that song. They say, yeah, I sing. I just put something else right there. Yeah, but you know it go right there. Just let him have it. How y'all think these artists, let me tell you something. I don't know. That causes a problem. I don't know what to call a problem. Stuff causes problem. Most of y'all don't know just how influential the CIA has really been, do you? How many of y'all remember a man named Alice Dallas? He was the head of the CIA back when Kennedy got killed. Dallas. No. He was the head of the CIA when Kennedy got killed. He was also on the board to investigate Kennedy's death. You know, do y'all know what Kennedy was looking to do? He was getting rid of the CIA. Most of y'all didn't know that, do you? How many of y'all didn't know that? Kennedy swore to get rid of the CIA. He was getting rid of them. Y'all know who created the CIA? J.P. Morgan. Most of these people don't know that. J.P. Morgan, all of the top 5 of them, they actually created the CIA. Dallas used to be the attorney. He was the attorney for these people. Do y'all know how y'all got in that Vietnam War? Because they wanted the opium. The war for Vietnam had nothing to do with no war in Vietnam. It had to do with the opium. These people controlled the opium that came out. See, when Kennedy found out exactly what he had been led into going into the Vietnam War, Kennedy wanted out. Not only was he pissed, he was going to get rid. He swore to get rid of the CIA. He told them when they made a fool out of him in the Bay of Pigs, when they set him up and told him they could exterminate Castro, we could put some in his food and make his beard look like it's falling out and he'll get sick and die over time, like they did Hugo Chavez. And them people got slaughtered when they got down. And Kennedy was an embarrassment. He said, they're done. I'm getting rid of the CIA. I'm bringing everybody back from Vietnam. Most of y'all don't know Chase Bank. They're responsible for how you got it in here. Then you don't know. Y'all gonna let me tell you these lies, are you? Oh, please, don't let me do it. These people made a fool out of you. Y'all don't also know they're the people control your stars. Oh, yeah. That's why some of them be hooked on drugs. The CIA used them and let them perform and let them people be known drugs. All these groups, you come out, they crashed out on these drugs. Y'all don't know they infiltrated and actually put them on drugs. And most of these folks, y'all don't know about it, do you? They actually put them into these parties. These people have came out and these people have confessed about this, that they have been invited in parties and came up high on drugs. They induced them, they brought people in that put them on drugs. Just like they did to you. All the reason I'm telling you about this, I'm not mad with them, I'm mad with us. Because people that look like us know this. People that look like us know this. They still let us be victims. All these rock stars, these big stars, all these rappers, these drug addicts you got here, these folks ain't nothing but operatives. I've been told y'all about them. They're all operatives. They help sell you cheap beer. You think I believe that Dr. Dre, who ain't got no medical degree, is as talented as you think he is to we get where he at? Dr. Dre, all he pill helps facilitate their food and got you messed up. These niggas ain't gonna kill nothing but time. They'll talk that trash to you by killing and banging. What them niggas done bang? That's right. These people aged. They know when we hear, they know it'll entice us. And we'll feel like they speaking for us and they part of us. And they'll do you just like Trump did his white folk. They'll be sitting back at home while you'll be in jail rotting. The same thing Trump did, the same thing they did to us. Hype us up and make us think they with us and make they think they part of us. Make that. How you part of the suffering I got? You make billions of dollars. You see him with these people. They help promote the propaganda. The reason why people are still incarcerated, still why homes are torn up. Why women get disrespected? Why men don't get respect? Because of these guys. You think they go home and talk to their wives like that? No, this make a fool out of you, make you talk to yours like that. You think that's how they go pick up a woman? That's how they get you, keep you from getting a woman. Now you need a man. And you supposed to be a man. See, we don't look at how these folks facilitate and make a fool out of us. Huh? What they taking away from us, we had something about that was basically innate, but we lost that. We lost it. It's kind of like when somebody's born with a particular characteristic. We lost it. Survival, self-motivated, self-predicated. You know what I'm saying? We're people love. They made us hate. To prove it to you, we're the only people that can beat the hell out of us, and we'll still come back and we'll put it back together. We'll jump in between the victim who looks like us and who is us to protect the victimizer. Yep. The only person we've never learned how to love and forgive is ourselves. He took it. We lost it. We were innate. We had it. That's an inborn gene. Yes, we can become angry and we can become destructive. It's because we give you more than a fair chance. And when we realize we've been duped and we've been played, then we got to tear up something. Something got to get tore up in this mother. You know, we got to tear up something before we leave. But they created that monster. They created it. They sit us in here, these preachers that flounce around, and they ain't just on no Sunday, they on Shabbats. They on the Sabbath. They on the seventh day. And these people are criminals. Yeah. They're criminals. The fact that they sit back and withhold knowledge from us that's vital to our survival. I refuse to come to sit down and be taught a book or teach a book that only lets me survive in a room. I need to get out of this room. When I finish reading, when I finish getting instructed, I need to leave this room. What I got to be bigger than this room. It's got to be bigger than this bed. It's got to be bigger than this street. It's got to be I have to be able to operate it wherever I go. Otherwise, I can't use it. Y'all got it? Some of y'all, you've been comfortable. That's their teacher. You can be enlightened in the room. It works for you in the room. But when you get out of the room, it don't work. Then you don't need it. What works for you out there? What works for, if something works for you better out there than in here, then what you're getting, you shouldn't be here. I only come here to get better. I only come here to perfect my skill set. Because there are some things that I have that the white man can't take away from me. So what we have to do, we have to learn his system. We have to learn his verbiage. We have to learn his science. We have to learn his mathematics. We have to learn his history. We got to learn his English. We got to learn all this in order to find out where we been played at. These people don't like it. They play these people. Our people been played. They give us a badge and a gun and put us there, and we still be powerless. You know what kind of power it is? Hypothetically, I raped you, I beat this, I kill your mom. Do you love your mom? I kill your mom. You love your grandmama? I kill you. I kill everybody in front of white man, and I give you a gun to bad. You all right? You'll give me a gun in the back, you'll do that to me? It's because he know we have unconsciously oppressed. We've suppressed our real feelings and emotions. He can express here. Yep. Anybody don't like it can get out of here and go back where they came from. Right. Why would he say that? That's hurtful. If I say something that my life matter, Then they need to talk to me and bring me in. We need to have a conference. There have been some complaints. So now I got to go to the unconscious mind where I suppress it and seem as though it doesn't exist. You know what kind of training, what kind of psychology they have to use on you to get you to that state that you have to, hypothetically, you will have to put out of your mind that I kill your mother, everybody in your family, wipe that out just in order so you can be accepted here and not be looked at for the fault. You hear me? The fault and for the wrong of your color and you invading being here. That's sick. That's sick. So what do we do? No, we do like they do with the circus. The show must go on. You can't have no circus without it. Ain't got the clown. The man tell you, you know what the whole theory of the circus was? It didn't matter. Listen, if the monkeys want monkey, if the elephant want elephant, if the clown want clown, the show got to go on. That's the man, the ringleader tell you. That's what the ringleader tell you. The show must go on. The show never stops. So when we stop the show? So somebody can recognize the wrong that's been happening to us. Yes, sir. We need to regroup. We need to stop. Yeah. We need to just take a break. We need to take a breather. Sit back, let's talk, let's conversate. Right. Let's talk about where we at and how we got here. Right. Right. I remember one time I was driving trucks. My drive, I think it was 24 hours. I was exhausted. I was driving. I was following behind the other driver. There was two of them in the truck. I thought I was driving another one by myself. Somebody screwed up and everything was supposed to be on one truck, but they screwed up and put some of my stuff on his truck, some of his stuff was on my truck. So we had to run two routes. Well, I had to follow him. We had to get his stuff off get what he had off his truck on there, so I could pull my truck on there, pull off what I got that belonged to him. Then he got to go to meet in my store, so we do the same thing to his truck. This all night and 24 hours, exhausted. I'm riding. I looked up, I seen the sign said 985. I locked the truck down. Pulled up, I jumped out the truck. He pulled over, he came in, he ran back there, he said, what's wrong? I said, I don't know how I got him. He said, what? I said, I don't know how I got him. It scared the piss out of me. I seen 985, I was in North Carolina. And I'm riding behind the truck. I was just so locked into the back of this truck, I'm following him. So when I saw 985, it scared the piss out of me. I pulled the truck, I jumped, I just started walking. I was walking from my head, get my head, wind was blowing. I was like, it was car, I needed that air. I was like, it scared the piss out of me. I was like, I remember getting in my truck, I didn't remember how I got to that spot. And he was trying to tell me, he said, you good? I was like, I'm not good, because I don't know how I got here, and it scared me right now, because I've been driving this truck and I have not been conscious. But yet, I was maintaining lane. I was following, I wasn't dozing. I just looked and saw a sign said 985, and it scared the hell out of me. Hell is not a real word, by the way. So please don't think I use profanity. It is a Greek word. It does not exist. They actually created a place called hell, the name, but the whole mindset of it. You know what I'm saying? This is part of them again. Messes with your collective mind, your collective conscience. We'll talk about that too, possibly. But I just remember walking and looking at, I'm here, but I don't remember how I got here. You know, that's my story today, coming to him. We just been following behind something. From Jesus to God, even coming into what we're looking at now with Yahushua. Our people have learned to attract to anything, because sometimes they'll play to a point to where part of the game is this. I can make you like somebody else. You know I can do that? By being such a bad person to you, it'll make anybody else look better than me. The person that'll look better than you is somebody I actually inscribed and put up to. Islam. It's the religion of choice for the Negro who has been tied and oppressed by a white man. It does not subscribe to the white man. It does not advocate the white man. It does not solidify the white man. So they'll accept it and say it's attack. But then they go to Mr. Elijah Muhammad's house, Mr. Farad is hanging on the wall. White man. Farrakhan got Farad on his wall. Farad was a white man. That's who taught Elijah Muhammad from Sandyville, Georgia, who moved to Chicago and suckered everybody. So can you really be smart enough when a Southerner came and suckered all of y'all? From Sandyville, I did say Sandyville, Georgia, didn't I? Sucking them out. That be honest with him. Sucking them out. Now he listen. East Coast, West Coast, all the coast. Sucking them out. Man, I told get you over there. They put death in that to them. You'll get your most dope right now. You can get your guns right now. You know what you find? No manufacturing labs there to create it. They can talk about cooking it up. I'm talking about manufacturing cocaine. I'm talking about manufacturing weapons or making bullets are not done in the projects. Which means the white man had learned when he made the Roach Motel, the Bait Motel, he did the same thing when he gave us the Motel 6. Ain't nothing but a Roach Motel. The Econo Inn. Where you get your dope? Anytime you see, you know you get dope from them. Motel 6, Econo Inn. These days in it, you already know what you get when you go. That's dope. So now they set him up just like the Roach. You think that when he made the Roach Motel, he was actually just looking at the Roach? The Roach are the same color as you, nigga. Hello? The Roach trying to do the same thing you do. He just trying to pick up the crumbs. That's what you do when you get these little piss-ass jobs you got. You just trying to pick up the crumbs. You just trying to make it, trying to get something, take it back home. You see a Roach walking, got 3 booties, loaded down with rubber. You see one here with a baby, trying to hustle. That Roach look just like you. And they did the same thing in your home. You hadn't thought yet. You think he just want to kill Roach. He want to kill you. And he know he can't kill all the roaches, otherwise he out of business. He can't kill all the niggas. He just got to kill the niggas that got the conscious mind. Because the conscious mind, the nigga going to be thinking. He going to be watching them. He keep trying to find a hustle and a scam. And I'm always looking for what a hustle and a scam, what he doing. Because you don't want to try to look at it. You do everything he said. You live good, live clean, eat right, do good, and say your prayers. And wash your hand before you eat. And where you supposed to be and what you supposed to have. I ain't get it like that. So I had to start watching him to see does it work the way he said it does. I want you to question. I want you to watch. That's what we do. We look, we're not just selling because we have a name. We're not just selling because we're finding some verbiage. We're looking for behavior. We're looking for history. How long has this existed? Has this existed since the 1900s? Because then I need to ask what happened in the 1800s. If I find something that happened in the 1600s, I need to know what happened in the 1500s. I need something that's been existing since man came before man came. Y'all got it? What was man? What was the intentional purpose of when he established? And if it works, that's what I stay with. Yes, sir. Y'all got me? I want you to suppress nothing. I want you to unsuppress it. All the hates, all the rhetoric he give you, just his ideology. Don't listen. We gotta talk about it. We gotta stop suppressing it. It makes me mad. So why? The only way to fix that makes me mad is to make some corrective measures. What makes you mad? The way he treats me. Well, let's stop letting him treat you. The way he handles me. Let's stop letting him handle you. Right. So I don't want you to suppress that because that ain't going to change it. Let me borrow you for a second, kind sir. Never met you before, Kerry. How you doing? Never met him before. First time we ever met each other. So you don't like that. Okay? This makes you mad, okay? I want you to suppress it. It's not happening to you. Put it out of your mind. It's not happening. He doesn't like this. He hates it. It makes him mad. We need him to suppress it. How about if we get him and you put your head, stop me. See that? And you can, all that time you've been putting away that anger, and it's been eating him up. The acids from his belly. Did y'all know you create acid in your belly from that? That's how you get ulcers. The acid will start to eat away at the lining of your belly. This is where your food goes in at. Your digestive tract works in here. This is where the food goes, gets broke down, and it's sent to vital parts of your body for nutrients, for fuel, for brain food. And all I had to do is this is what he don't like. So what does he do? What happened? He's suppressing, but inside he's angered. He can't do nothing. Y'all tell him to pray. Tell him how you angry. Pray. Tell him how you angry. Tell them to hear you. Come on. What do you need to do? Pray, son. Pray. Pray. Why he sat here and self-destructs? Thank you, kind sir Kerry, who I never met before. I was going to ask you your name, but I ain't going to worry about it. We have to take a different approach toward what's been happening to us. We can't let the person that, here I was telling this man to pray while I'm pushing on him. It's easy for me to say that. It's not being afflicted to me. It was easy for you guys to say pray. You weren't being pushed. And that's how they get us. Plus, did anybody ever think about what was his background? Does he have a felony? Has he ever been arrested before? How do we know he wasn't a drug dealer? Huh? Nobody thought about that. Probably one of them gangs. Crack dealer. So all these things supposed to come in your mind. That's how white people get you and get you to stay in an unconscious state. Because you always now have to ask yourself, what did he do to deserve that? As when master beat him. When I talk to you, boy, you answer me, boy. Boy, when I tell you, who know what the problem is? Somebody say here, boy, what's the problem? He didn't answer. What should he do? You hear the answer. When I'm beating him, I'm hitting him. Answer me next time, boy. So y'all sitting here, y'all look like logical people. If I'm beating him because he won't answer, what does he need to do? So he not answering, I'm still beating him. So what happened? He's bringing it on himself. Come on, don't be stupid. If the boy would answer me, I'm only using that as a figment, not calling him a boy. I know our people have been such in a state. Now we look at how we blame Karen, who I don't know, never met before. Some kind of way I just learned his name. Because he won't answer. Instead of who gives me the authority or the right to beat another man. Because I got paper that I wrote up and people that look like me wrote up. Because I got a piece of metal that I melted down and shaped and put eagle wings on top of it and inscribed some letters on it and said, this why? Do you understand the people that beat you and oppress you made up their own paperwork? Their paperwork didn't come from Shamayim. They conferred upon themselves. You telling me I can go to college and get my own self, my own degree? I can go to high school at 12. I be shit, I've been here long enough. Let me walk down here on my paper and tell them I give myself a graduate. What are they gonna do? They're gonna laugh at me. They're going to laugh at me and say, you ridiculous fool. Who do you think you are? You can't promote and graduate yourself. Why won't you tell him that? That's right. Why won't you tell him that? That you hadn't agreed to his paperwork. Yeah. You hadn't ascribed to his laws that work against you. Same man with laws so right and so just had laws against you. 2 or 3, you know, your book, the book you read, you don't believe it said, well, 2, 3, gather together. And what he'll do? He'll be in the middle. Son, they got a law that had if 2 or 3 blacks were gathered together, sir, that you should be in a jail. That's illegal. That's an illegal act, unless you do it in my prescribed church, under my prescribed laws and etiquette. You do know a lot of black people were locked up for 2 or 3 of them being together. You're conspiring. You're loitering. But then you read a book that he gave you, he wrote, that said when 2 or 3 you gather, that Jesus, gonna be in the midst. Y'all not practical. Y'all not practical. Y'all not practical. You read a book and you cry and you weep. It's a fairy tale. He don't believe what he gave you. He don't believe what he gave you. Why you believe it? If the person that wrote it don't believe it, why should I believe it? The person that inscribed it to me don't even obey it. Why should I obey it? Then I have to find something he didn't handle. I got to find something he didn't subscribe and something he didn't create. Yahuwah. I get back to what was in the beginning before he got here. I get back to what was established upon promises. You know, the Constitution give you inalienable rights, they call it. Got promises to it too. That when a person either born or integrates here and meets all the protocol can inhabit some of the same graces as people that are naturalized. I wonder where they got that from. From Yasharal? Because we had the promise. We had the promise. And anybody else that was going to be a recipient of it had to conjoin with us and conform to what we did. You joined and conformed to what he told you. Why you ain't got the same right? Then makes you still a foreigner. If you're a foreigner, then you need to get back to what regulate or what gives you your right or your ability. This doesn't. That was set up for him. I'm not mad with the white man. I'm not teaching you to be mad. Be mad with yourself. Because now we can sit down and we can talk about it without the fear worry about it. He can't do no more than we let him. You got to let him do it. White people done showed you don't need no guns and no guns and no knives to beat them. Hell, they pushovers. Yeah. And when they do use them, you know they use them on you. They don't use them on him. Because they consider him to be a man or a woman. You ought to be insulted when you look at them videos. The fact they actually fight, you don't see Billy. You saw Rodney King, how violent he was fighting back with the police, and how he was picking him up and slamming him to the ground, how they had to handle him. Rodney King would have loved that kind of treatment that he saw them getting. Man didn't swing one hand on him, did he? It took about 10, 11 police officers, went Billy Club, 3 pair of stun guns attached to him. Tasers. Y'all know they had tasers. How many of y'all didn't know tasers were hooked to him the whole time he was on the ground? How many of y'all didn't know that? The entire time he was on his hands and knees, he was being tased. That's why he wouldn't go down. You got to go back and watch the film. What most niggas not paying attention to, why you'll see a couple of officers stand by, because they were tasing him. He was being tased. He was so high on PCP, his body was, it's recognized, but your brain not conscious to feeling it. He couldn't lay down. He was being tased. They left him in it. He was constantly being tased. Why he was being beat? Get down! Get down! Get down! Why he was being tased? That's the kind of stuff they don't tell you. But good, clean white folks saw it. You know what they said? What happened with the first 2 minutes of the video? Talking about when the man sitting from the porch, he had to go get his camera. He didn't know it'd last that long. What happened before that? Same man with white people. Because you know what I asked myself? They got books, Leon. They got video of people of color getting beat, getting whipped, getting hanged. Why don't I ask, what happened to my people before that video? What were my people at before that video? Why does every image, every idea, every sense of being of myself always entail me chained, naked, hung, and beat? A black woman with no shirt, tits out. A piece of material in her ass out. Chained to something going. The kids in cages while white people sit around and throw food to them. Did y'all know they used to put out people and they had petting zoos? Most of y'all don't know where that come from, do you? Petting zoos came from putting our kids inside of a little ring and white people throwing them little food. Can we pull this up? You gonna let me tell a lie? We'll pull that up. Can we get that? Please sound so we can keep working. They don't even know. For the record, I've been preaching. Anytime I educate my people. This is for my people. Y'all go ahead. Escaping evil. That's it. Please. I'm talking. Let's drop it down. Let me see. This ain't stuff you want to see. This ain't stuff you want to know. It's stuff you got to know. Look at that. The great English people. Look at this. These human beings. That's it. Again. Y'all see that animal? These are people. These are human beings. These are lovers of God, prayer warriors, constitutionalists, lawyers, and doctors. Shipbuilders, metal workers, manufacturers. This is an animal. This is an animal. Nothing told these decrepit bastards. This is who we'll deal with today.
Yep.
This human being was reared by this good, clean, white American woman with no blemishes. Look, smiling, happy. Nothing told the conscious mind. Let me tell you something. The collective subconscious is where you put, well, just think about collective, what it means. Things you take. So these are things from when you were born, you take in, you keep. This is how you form your fears, through the collective subconscious mind. Okay? That subconscious mind is how you know if I do something, just say, huh. You saw that, but you saw your collective subconscious mind said, something's jarring at me, protect. I can get hurt. See that? These bastards don't have a collective subconscious mind. A personal subconscious mind is what shapes you. Okay? These are things you take, and they make you to determine kind of what's good and what's bad. The personal subconscious mind. Without that, that keeps you, this is their ideology. That's what keeps you from being or creates you to be who you are. Without that, you aren't who you are. You got it? How many of you would consider yourself to be a good person? That would be from your personal subconscious mind, which is different from your collective subconscious. Okay? And we start to deal with the suppressive, unconscious mind. You got it? So that's why it's so important to learn these things about these people so you can see what do you know of a certainty these people, based on what you just heard me tell you, don't have. They don't have. See how quick you picked it up? A personal subconscious mind, which would be what creates them and forms them, which will actually help them to be a good or a great worker, a good or a bad person. Is all dealt with or formed from the personal subconscious mind. White people, like these people, don't have one. Now, what I just told you was some of the teachings of Aristotle. Okay? Most of you are not familiar with Aristotle. Student of Plato. Student of Socrates. Things you need to know. These are who these people, how many of y'all took psychology? Then you studied them. When you took some of these studies, you just didn't know it. Because this is what they get you. They took your mind, they took it, and they started to put it in a different category. And this is how they saw it, but it ain't the way Mr. Yahuwah see it, ain't the way we see it. Huh? You need law. And that's the importance of teaching a person. That's why we go back and we look at our book, right? Our Sefer. That's what it scrolls. Our books are scrolls. Before they start putting in book form, they were scrolls, like rolled up. You see the way they will unroll their stuff. It was rolled up. Everybody, it was a scroll. They come back and they start doing things and putting it, calling it book form. So our book worked to help create what they would call a personal subconscious mind, which would allow us to be able to become good people. That's why they won't take our book, because they know this is wrong.
Yep.
This is also people that work in your government.
Yep.
You know why they can smile? You know why these people can look elated when they do this? Because look at them. They're helping this poor child. Where's the mom? Smoking crack? Where's the dad? Ran off with some black whore? Let me tell you how it works, okay? I can make myself feel good about something if I fix the dynamics of things to look like. Let's just be honest. Okay. Go ahead and prejudge a nigga. Where her mama at to feed her? Anybody know where her mama at? Where's her dad? Where's the bastard? And these people are good. They were being good to her. Did we mention that these people are people that separated her from her mother and from her father and put her in this situation where she had to be hand-fed? This is welfare. This is welfare. Now, this child will grow up with a personal subconscious, or will grow up with an ideology that white people help black people in bad and poor conditions. Now, you can argue to say different, but let me tell you something, nigga. She'll be speaking from personal experience. When her mom wasn't there, when her daddy couldn't be found, white people were here to help. And no doubt, this is her friend. So you can see this same system is created today with the prison system. They're gonna tell me about some 5 million made up people in a Holocaust. That's a hologram, a fake image in which you project. Now,
Right.
hologram.
Right.
That's a fake image. That's just something you just project off somewhere. Because none of their story makes sense. A lot of stuff they want to accuse Hitler of, he wasn't even in power when it happened to him. These people have predicated a lie so long until they made other people believe it. And you weren't there.
That's right.
We're going to count their 500 to our possible 500 million.
That's right.
Small tragedy. Small tragedy. They want to say, I don't see how you can say that. I don't see how you can even equate your numbers with mine.
That's right. That's right.
You won't recognize my number, then I'm not going to recognize yours.
That's right.
You won't respect the loss of life of my people. Why would I respect the loss of life of yours?
That's right.
Why would I, as a victim, I don't even want to say black, as a victim, allow myself to put my care, my prayers, my hopes for somebody else above myself? It's because you have been oppressed so long until you suppress what's happening to you, and in your mind you can go back and you worry about some people who popped up on the scene in 1947. Where were they in 1946? What was your condition in 1946?
Exactly.
What was your condition in 45?
Right.
In 44?
Right.
In 1899?
Come on.
And I'm crying and weeping for some people who've always had existence,
Yes.
who've taken over your identity,
Yes.
who've stolen all of the things, the victimization you suffer, and put on themselves and popped up with a tattooed number on their wrist. I'm more concerned about the number on Tupac's stomach, Thug Life.
That's right. That's right.
All right, the hate you gave.
Yes, sir.
When are we going to become conscious? We can't afford to come nowhere and sit nowhere. Nobody just starts shoving a book in our face. What's reality for us? Is it reality? Does anybody have a Bible? Can I just borrow your Bible? Somebody got a Bible? Oh, she got one. That I can show this to a white man who's about to blow my brains out and he gonna stop.
Nope.
Is that reality?
Nope.
That I can walk in the store with this and the white owner store is going to give me food.
Nope.
And this reality that I can go to court with this book being wrongly convicted, they're going to say, hold on for a minute. Oh, we can't do this. That man got that book. Is that reality?
No.
But the people that will shoot me unarmed, the people that will wrongly convict me, use this book
Yep.
and pray to God and Jesus.
Yep.
And I come here and I'm going to read it under the authority of God and Jesus, and I'm going to be free to go as I will. All I want you to do is do me right. I ain't asking for no extra. I'm just asking what belonged to me. You say you can't pay it because it piled up. Hell, you should have paid your bills.
That's right.
If I miss a payment, the folks, I said, hey, they said, well, you missed the day.
That's right.
They said, listen, when it's due on that date, then you have a grace period.
Grace period. That's right.
When it gets here after that grace period, you've accumulated that.
That's right.
I said, but you can clearly see when it was written, it was gone. Look at it. It's when we get it.
Yep.
And when we process
Come
it,
on.
when we count it.
That's right, preacher.
In the story.
Yep.
I've never seen payment.
Never received.
The white man got late dues.
Yep. Interest.
I ain't say, for long as I know, it ain't even been in the mail.
That's right.
He ain't even attempted to write no check.
No, sir.
I can't cancel that debt out.
Can't cancel it.
When are we gonna make changes? Hopefully I'll help you out that weekend. This angers me. Does anybody know what happened to this little girl? I tell you what we did though when Susan Smith told us her two little white boys got kidnapped. You from South Carolina? People looked. People of color looked. We looked at our human compassion of our personal subconscious mind, because it just ain't right. Regardless of what color baby is, baby be missing. And we looked also because we knew if we don't find them two little white boys, a lot of black men gonna die. If them two white boys, not two black men gonna die. A lot of black men gonna die when we don't find those kids. She told us what happened. She said, a man came up and he stole my babies in the car. And I told him to bring them back. And he stopped and opened the door. You know what he said, Leon? I'll take care of them. And closed the door back and drove on. She said, please don't hurt my babies. I remember the father sitting on the couch. He was just dazed out. Camera looking, he wasn't even looking, he was just dazed out, just sitting there like, can't believe it. Finally, pressure broke on her. She admitted what happened. Her white boyfriend told her, I can't do no hoe with no kids. You don't believe it? Told her she got bad womb management. You got two kids by her own husband. Bad womb management. I don't know how these work. They just come to me out of nowhere. Like I knew what Carrie name is. It just popped to me like that. And because she found out he said he couldn't be with no woman with kids, she put him inside the car to take him on a trip. Then she decided, I ain't gonna go on this trip. But what I'm gonna do though, I'm not gonna be a dangerous, irresponsible mother. If the police come, I'm gonna strap y'all in y'all car seat. And what I'm gonna make sure of is that I'm gonna put the car in gear and I ain't gonna be speeding. And she sat there and watched that car drive off into a lake with her kids looking back at her drowning. And she told him it was a black man. Y'all don't know how many men of color got snatched up in South Carolina. Crackers got in their trucks, not police. Crackers got in their truck and they rode South Carolina. And when they caught a nigga, they want to know where them kids were. They looked at if a nigger kidnapped those two white boys, all y'all niggas did it. Am I wrong when I see her, this animal, inside this cage? I said, all these white folks did it.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Where were the black people mounted up in their trucks to go find identities? These ain't faces of people that could be found and brought to our justice for this black baby? Huh? This future homemaker, this future scientist, this future doctor, this future creator, just if she was a liver, still a great work. If she decided to be a woman and didn't want to get married, have kids, still she deserved a life that didn't have to be suppressed with this, fed by the hands of her oppressors. But you people will keep coming here, you will keep playing, people will keep watching my video. Oh, 11 best pastor in the United States, best pastor. I'm not trying to gain no member. My hands full. I don't need all these people. I just need my people to get conscious. I'm one of the few pastors they know ain't taking no members.
Mm-hmm.
People can't believe it.
Yep.
I'm one of the few pastors I ain't taking no members. I just don't need it. Because I put so much care in my people, and my people hurt me bad. They hurt me bad. Wow, nothing do me worse than my own people. They'll lie, they'll connive, they'll steal, they'll hold back, they won't fully commit, they'll slander me, they'll backstab me. You can't take but so many of them.
That's right.
Ain't but so many knives you can take.
That's right.
Ain't but so much rejection you can take. Ain't but so much hate one person can take.
That's right.
At the hands of your own people. So I had to be so careful about who I engage in and say, I'll shepherd you because you're asking for my full commitment. Regardless if you do yours or not. I got people, they don't fully commit, but I do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's right. I had people backstabbing. I still had to be there and I still had to be 100 with them. I had to take my feelings and I have to deal and I had to stay in an unconscious state. I had to put them. I can never let that make the decision or let that make me make the decision or how I handle them or help them. So I had to put that in a suppressive state. Otherwise, I become ineffective in my job. Hello? You know, if people, you go anywhere you go, you just get up. They open the doors of the church. When y'all see me do that? We don't have no time for stuff like that. I got so many calls, I got to return. I rub my hair to get on the car. I said, shh, he called back. Oh, good, it's gonna be a long. And you know, I know people, it's honest people like that too. And you just look at it's honest people, but you got so many dishonest people. And you're trying to curb the behavior of our people and change the way our people work. Because we've been beat so long, it's like I gotta hurry and beat somebody back. And you beat the wrong person. You won't go beat the person that beat you now. You rather beat me.
Right.
Somebody who's stuck to put up with your shift.
Yeah.
They know they got me. Just like Yahushua. You know he couldn't kill you. He was one of their own.
Yeah.
He was just like, you know, Yahushua wanted to kill us, but he had to do just like Rehoboam. Well, when he ready to go and kill Yasharal, he told him, he said, this thing from me. Everybody return right back to your house.
That's right.
He said, oh, this thing is from me.
That's right.
He had to cut it off. When he found out how they done it and killed somebody over his treasury, I'm just trying to get us to where we got to be. He mounted up his man, I'm going to kill him. Turn around. Everybody go right back to your house. He said, because this thing from me. So I suck it up. I just want to see us do better. I believe, I don't hope for, I know that we have a system that we can create that will allow us the opportunity that we need. We need a fair shot before we get out of here. But I know y'all ain't gonna do it. But you can't say and tell you. There's some people out there, I'm gonna find these people. These people are going to find me, and these people are gonna hear my voice. And some of you people will not be here anymore. I assure you, when I sift through them and I find them, I say, yeah, that's what I've been waiting on right now. Somebody just been waiting on. All we want to do is just want what's fair. We just want to be treated right. Isn't that right? We just want a fair chance, don't we? We just want what belongs to us.
Yes, sir.
I'm not telling you kick nobody go and take something that belongs to you. It ain't right. You be just like the person we talking about. But if you had what belonged to you, if you had every ample opportunity to make it, and it was probable, it was possible, do you know where you would be? In a better state than where you at. We work hard for what we are now, too hard. And the people that look like us don't have to work as hard. Because the system works for them. The PPPs and all these programs, it's for them to bail them out.
Yeah.
And what we look at, you know how they loan forgiveness. White folks always knew about loan forgiveness.
Yeah.
Most don't know. When they came to America, they got a loan. How many of y'all didn't know that? Listen, this place was so piss poor for them.
Yes.
We were here and we were surviving.
Yes.
When white people came, they couldn't survive.
Yeah.
They paid them to come to England.
That's
the
right.
story of, I got my kids and my ancestor got to shut your damn mouth.
That's right.
They were paid to come here.
That's right.
They were given free. Get on a horse, ride far as you can. Don't you know one about to have shit over here if I got it? Let me get on the horse. By the time I stop, when I stick the first step, by the time I stop, shit ain't no miracle.
That's right.
Oh, that's Smith property.
That's right.
Lazy ass.
That's right.
Ride 2 gallons and fall on the ground. Then come here and tell you all this land, my family, you lied and cheated and stole the land.
Yeah.
We came back, worked, and listen, we came back and got the land back. And they took it from us again.
Sure did. That's right. That's right.
That's how piss poor they is. How in the hell you lose free America and free money? And let us get it. And then you came back and butchered us and lied to us and took it back.
Yep.
Gave them the advantage and still we came back and got it.
Yep. That's right.
You get the advantage in education, hell, they come along, put coronavirus and shut the school down. Because they're looking at you. You catch on to anything. You can learn anything. Even if they make it up, we can learn it and we can understand it. Whole thing a lie, we can understand a lie. I want you to think better about yourself. And I want you to always be conscious. When you guys are listening, last one, when it's something and it ain't right and it don't make sense, don't try to make sense of it. You can't do nothing you don't understand. And you understand you've been working here doing stuff that you don't understand. Because they can give you a name and tell you that ain't the name, but this the name. The name is this, but this is the name. It ain't the name. The name, but the name is this. And that's what we call it. And you know what you say? That's good enough for me. I talked to a lady, a friend of mine. I call her cousin now. You can just feel some people, you just tell you, we just like cousins. I explained to her about the Jesus thing. She said, Jesus just kept talking. I said, yeah. I don't use it. I explained to her what I taught. I said, I'm Yehudi. I said, you'll call it a Jew. That's what they'll call it. I said, but anybody that lets you call them a Jew is only letting you do it because they're trying to insult your intelligence, okay? Mm-hmm. I said, it's a Yehudi. I said, I'm a Yehudi. I said, I'm of the Yahudim, that's how. I said, there is no J. This whole thing been made up, the whole thing fabricated. I just explained to her. I said, doesn't even make any sense. I explained to her real briefly. She said, I got you. She said, but no disrespect. She said, but his power in the name of Jesus. I gave her date, I gave her accuracy, pinpoint. She told me, she said, no disrespect. She said, you want to excuse me because there's power in the name of Jesus.
Sick.
But you know what happened? But let me say this. Agree and I understand. Mm-hmm. When none of us accepted that Jesus was wrong, we heard it. How many of y'all grew up with Jesus? First time you heard it, you said, that's not the right name. Man, wow, thank you for enlightening me, got that. The inbreeding that was done to give it to her, it takes a lot of inbreeding to undo it. And then you trying to unbreed something. You got to remember, because the conscious mind that had bought into the premise of Jesus is steadily fighting. My grandmama, my granddaddy, all these people, my aunts, my uncle, my old pastor. I knew that praying, all this stuff is in your mind fighting, saying, that can't be true though. Well, you know what? People call him what I know. And what I know is you know what he told you. You don't know a truth. You just know what somebody told you. And because more than one person said it, it don't mean it ain't a lie. So we had to go through all of this, go through all these different recordings, all these different writing, explain you why we're using them, where we're reading from, why we're going to go back and check them, why we're going to use Google. Because at this point, it don't make sense to come and say, Jesus is wrong, no more Jesus, but then we fall asleep for something else.
Right.
So at this point, because of how much I was attached to Jesus, how much I loved him, how much I prayed and baptized under the name, it's only going to make sense that I got to make sure I solidify the one I take now. I got to do a little Tarzan. Before I let go, I got to grab one. And Jesus used to be my vine. I ain't going to tell no lie. That was my vine. And that was your, how many, that was your hook, that was your hole. So if I let it go, It's only because I found something better. The actual act has always been true. A man born of Elohim, the son, ben of Elohim, the Savior, the Yasha. All the works he did, all true. It's just the name. They misrepresented the name. They gave me the ideals. They gave me the working and functioning. They gave me a bad name. So when I called, he wouldn't answer. Justin, do me a favor. I want you to holler a name for me 5 times. I'm taking my, I want you to hear. So can you take it? I want you to holler a name for me. Eric. 5 times. I need you to do it loud.
Eric.
And the reason I didn't answer you, Justin, because that's not my name. I heard him. I'd be lying if I sang him. He don't hear you. They'll be lying to you. I did hear you. I heard you say Eric 5 times. It wasn't my name, so I didn't answer. That's how it worked. They knew that if we knew his name, his Shem, and if we called upon his Shem, he would come and deliver us. How many of y'all ever known anybody been kidnapped or basically know how kidnapping works? It's basically designed to take you, hold you somewhere hostage, and keep you from getting to a contact. So I'm not going to kidnap you and give you no cell phone. No tracking device. I'm going to make sure none of that, because I don't want anybody to find you until I do whatever I intend to do, whether it's a ransom or kill you. So when they took you, what make you think they gave you this telephone to call Yahuwah? Then he will have to come and get you. Now, when you could say, and that's how they got you now to hate Yahuwah, who you call God and Jesus. If he was so damn good, why he let me sit here and come to America and let me die?
Yeah.
Why hell he didn't come and save me? How about you never asked? See, the whole psyche of how they play, you're more Aristotle, is to play with your mental. What we call psyche, dealing with the mind, is actually dealing with what they call the soul. See, what you grade and what you call ain't what the white man talking about. When the white man gives you psyche, dealing from psychology, dealing for philosophy, he's actually talking about the soul. See, our book said the soul that it shall move. He started looking at the whole psyche. He looked at it more or less reference it to the mindset. Because all these things you do come with a thinking pattern. Y'all got it? So what we have to do if we're going to change our behavior from committing sin, which is kata, or find ourselves from being in error, then we got to change our thinking pattern. We can't look at everything as right graded by him. We got to look what's right that's graded by the Creator. Y'all got it? The one who bara, who creates. Y'all got it? And that's why we're here to learn what did he prescribe. You think, let me tell you something. Okay. Let me see. Do you understand West Side Street? Come on, let me borrow you for a second. We 2 cars. All right, go back for me. Go. All right, that's good. That's good. We 2 cars. All right, let's go. You going? What you doing, stupid? Why you over here? This is lane. Where you at? In America? Yeah. I'm in England. You're in my lane. We all agree that here, I'm wrong. Yeah. But where I'm from, he wrong. Just a matter of where you from. They'll come and they'll write a ticket. I'll go to court, they'll do whatever. That's because I'm where he's from. But if we where I'm from, he gonna get the ticket. He gonna have to go to court and he gonna have to pay. So I'm only trying to get you to understand where I'm from. I assure you, you're wrong. And because we're arguing from where he sat, I'll never be right. So everything that you've been told about yourself wrong and negative, you got it from somebody that graced it from where he at. Where you from, you ain't wrong.
It's right.
I try to move my talk.
That's right.
They don't want to deal with reality. Well, come on, we'll get over here. It don't matter which way they go. That's the only reason you've been wrong. Who been grading your paper?
That's right.
Who been telling you you're wrong? I got school teachers here, they grade paper, they got to do it off the syllabus. And the syllabus, according to the syllabus. And sometimes the syllabus is wrong about their own stuff. But based on the syllabus said it's wrong, I got to say it's wrong. I agree with you, you're right, but the syllabus say you're wrong, so I got to do this. You know what kind of training it take to tell me, even if I know something wrong, still go along and say it's right? Because that's the syllabus. That's part of your unconscious mind, suppressing truth. And it's not hard for the Negro because he bought into Jesus. What did you have before you met Jesus? Where did you reside? Were you in a project before he met you? Were you in a system that governmentally supported you and fed you and medicated you? From people that oppressed you? No. You had liberties. That's what he's saying about. Got a bell, he called it liberty. When it ring, though, it's trouble for you. There's only freedom for him. Freedom to kill, freedom to rape, freedom to take, freedom to lie, freedom to oppress. What freedom do you have? Do you know that you're actually autonomous people? Hello? Yes, sir. You're autonomous. Self-governed.
That's right.
You lost that.
Yep.
They gave you something that you never had. You were self-governed before you met him.
That's right.
Hello?
That's right.
He didn't teach you that? You thought government started with him? Rules and regulations came from him? You had them before you met him. All right, come on. This is the Latin Vulgate, the official version, authorized version of the Roman Catholic Church who oppressed you. Their version of them transgendering your writings to tell you what you said and what you meant. Read.
For whatever Nikata before.
Ni, for was written. Nikata was written.
Nikata for our lamed.
Was written for our learning. Can we see the picture of the lamed? So we see how important this is and what they give you versus what you actually had. I think for them learning, they'll call it fundamentals or something. Phonics. Is that the chart we want to use that? Let's see. So blow it up, look at the alignment. See how important these are. This is the system in which your fathers used. You got it? Forefathers, they want to come to Abbas, which were before you. The system that they use. Can we see the beginning? We go up and look at the top. Come down and we'll describe them for them. Come down a little bit more so you can see what the top says. This is just somebody else writing. And ancient, Semitic, we definitely don't use this word, sickening. So this is only going to refer back and let you know not only did we used it, but the Aramaic people, who they call the Muslim people, Arabic people, they all use this system. So don't let them play you as though this is just our system. They used it. Whenever you use Semitic, it does not just refer to who they call Jewish people. It also involves Muslim people, or any people that's in the Middle Eastern region. So Semitic, and these people, you anti-Semitic, so you hate Muslims? They never tell you that. They always say Jews, don't they? Because it's part of your unconscious mind. It's part of them making a fool out of you. They educate you to make you only think that one person can behave. White people call Muslim sand niggas.
Yeah.
That's anti-Semitic.
That's right.
You are against people from the Asian region. But because they're white people from Europe who stole away here on an agreement with the United Nations and other European countries, that they will all pretend that they were originally from there. Do y'all know how many people are in agreement with this lie?
Everybody.
Other African countries?
Yes.
The United Nations?
Yes.
All these people are a part of the hoax and the lie. Their hope is enough older people will die off. They don't look like they never left.
Yeah.
That they came straight out of Mizraim. They called Egypt and went straight there. And they've been there ever since because they're God's people. They made up their story. They made up God. They made it up to make you fear. I come to wake up your unconscious mind to consciousness.
That's right.
So now, when you look at this, we slide over a little bit. These are the names. Early, which would be the ancient. Middle is our second system of writing. The late, Johnny come lately. This is what they came up with, our last form of writing. We took this, and this is an Aramaic style that we took on in captivity when we went to Babylon. So coming here, the Aleph, the Beth, the Gamal, which is the foot. Come on, the Dalet, the door, the Ha, which is a man lifting up his hand, and we use Hala, which is a man looking up at a great sign, a great light, looking for direction. When they found the Yarlet, they called the baby Yahushua. What did the men follow?
Ukah.
Which means they were doing this, looking for him.
Looking up.
Here, little baby, baby, baby. Here, the squiddy, squiddy, baby. They were looking up. The book told them we see all these things. What he told us to do? Why? Which means they were looking at, when they were looking up, because they were drawing them closer to where he was. So as they were following, they were getting closer to their Redeemer. See that? Yes, sir. But see, they don't like this because this illustrates. Y'all got it? Somewhat like of an abstract. Taken from a truth kind of, and you know, giving you a kind of emboldened look, kind of think about, you can really kind of visualize our stuff. You can't visualize. Let me look at their stuff. They Latin. Start up at time. You roll it down a little bit. Let's see. Latin. A, B, C. Oh, that. C, D, E, F. Got the. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nothing. This tells me nothing. Even the Greeks, when they established, they had an idea. They stole from us. They took your plow. I'm saying, you see from your ancient, the Aleph, the plow. Aleph here, Aleph here. See the plow? He turned it over. Let me see that. Let's see. And the Greeks gave you an alpha. See, they came after us. The Semitic language is older. And these people came along now, and now everybody learned this system. All these little countries with money, over in Saudi Arabia, stolen country, all these people want to learn this. All of them, they'll pay people to come teach them Latin and Greek. Because white people sold them into a system. See, when white people get you to play and join into something, you lose your stuff, like the United Nations. It's the same thing as the United States. That's why the South keep their flag. That's why they keep fighting against them. Because they know they took something away from them. The United Nations and the United States, same operating functions.
Yeah.
And where you compile enough states against somebody and you can control them. When you get to the table, you don't like something, it's more of us than you, so we win. It don't even matter if you're right. We got to go with the majority, right? All us together. We all liars. We all haters of good. So you're going to lose every time. We get you to come in, sign your stuff on, come on, and then we all turn against you. Then we'll oppress you, we'll fight you. Most people don't know how the system works. A lot of people would like to sit at that table and get up and go somewhere, but all they're going to do is they're going to kill your country off. We're going to slap embargoes on you. We're not letting no ships get into your ports. We're going to fight them. You need medicine. Because first thing I did, you were operating, you were doing good before you met me, but I introduced you into your money growing. You becoming international. So you bought into now the other 149 countries here we're going to do business with you. You know what kind of money and jobs they're going to create for our country? Do you know what kind of, how this, and where this going to put you at? And all of a sudden you decide you want to stand up and you ain't going to go for no wrong. And you can't be no hypocrite. And we don't want you to be no hypocrite. But we're not going to be able to do no more business with you. Your own people going to kill you. Your own people going to wipe you out. Your own people going to, listen, and we're going to sit back like this and say, you know what, we probably going to get ready to send peacekeepers in. And then what we're going to offer you is, you probably need to step down. Yeah, you know what I mean, for the betterment of the country. We ain't trying to get in your business or nothing like that. We set you up when you join to make your people hate you. So when we ready for you to get out of here, your own people will kill you. America didn't lay a hand on Saddam. They let his own people do it. Gaddafi, they let his own people do it. Mubarak in Egypt, when he decided he wasn't gonna stand up, they put Mubarak in, they put him in power. They put the Muslim Brotherhood in power and took them down. Anytime they don't like somebody, they change somebody, they don't like you again, they put you out again. That's how they operate. So this is what happened with the Negro. The Negro will let him come along and make you electable. It's only because I will come back and make your own people kill you later. They love Negro leaders because they know how to make you hate a Negro leader. All we got to do is give you some bad information or some false tapes or some false information we put up on them. And if he's just dumb as hell, he like women and like drugs, we just keep that on him anyway, and we just shoot the truth out on him. So either way we want to, we take your Negro leader down whenever we want to. Trump is being charged with insurrection, no criminal time whatsoever. And look how they fight for him. White people don't hate him. White people ain't trying to go and kill him. He getting a defense. Even senators have risking careers for him. Who risked their career for you? They called Dr. King a communist, which means that man was in bed with a socialist government, a government that wanted to take goods from wealthy people and distribute it to other people so everybody would have the same thing. And those people said King should die for that being a communist. They remember no term now they call him a communist? I can tell you what they mean when white folks call you a communist. That means you was a good person. White folks kill you. White folks want you dead. They want you out of here. You said you was a communist? That's like terror. See, white people fabricate these words, teach you an ideology they want you to know about it, then use it on you and let your own people wipe you out.
Yep, that's right.
Go somewhere, let somebody holler, he a terrorist, and see if people keep walking. People gonna jump around and start looking like, where a terrorist at? I'll kill a terrorist. They program you, put it in your mind, and they make you destructive to your own self.
That's right, that's right.
So now you have to learn a language. We have to get back to something. Because all this was predicated off of things we knew. This is what Mr. Yahuwah knew and knows. You can't do nothing you don't know. You can't operate in a system that you're not accustomed with. I and my people are accustomed to working with the Aleph. I know what he can do with his horns. I know what kind of work he gives. I know what his meat and what his hide can be used for. So I'm very familiar when he tells me that he is the Aleph, that he is a defender, a protector. He is a provider. He's shelter. And he's food when I'm hungry. Nigga tell you that about God. Say explain. Wah! I just can't tell the Holy Ghost. It's called pure ignorance.
That's right.
Pure ignorance. When I express that Elohim is a provider, a protector, he's shelter, he's a hiding place, he's the Aleph.
Yeah.
So our description of him was based off of practices and usage. We have no usage of God. What usage do you have of God? What similarities do you have of him? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because it's synonymous with nothing. Elohim told you who he was based upon something you knew, something you worked with, something that you were accustomed with. I could speak And he would tell me things and show me things, and with those things I could know and I can identify the statement he was trying to get me to understand. The best. Home. Even Luther tried to tell about the bell.
That's right.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. A chair is still a chair.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When? Even when there's no one sitting there. Now ain't nobody, Luther told about it now. But a room is not a house, and a house is not a home. There's two of them. He knew that.
That's right.
Hold you tight. The best.
That's right.
The 10th plan.
Yes, sir.
That's the plan. Get a house, get a wife. Don't you tell them,
That's
boy,
right.
get your house so you can do what?
Get a wife.
Because that's where the family resides.
That's right. That's right.
Huh? That's where our family resides, the bed. And you have to have a plan. You say you're going to get married and say, boy, what's your plan?
That's right. That's right.
Well, one already has been put into place. So when I saw this, I knew I needed a plan. America didn't give you one.
That's right.
You just played it by ear.
Played it by.
How you just playing it by ear when you've been given a plan? This is why you off target. I just wing it. You ain't no chicken.
That's right. That's right.
I used to have 999,000. But I messed my, now I'm down to 1.5.
610.
If I can just get somebody to work with me. That's the plan. The Gamal. Y'all know, man. Which these, they like this L stuff. This stuff they get for Superman. He was the son of Jor-El.
That's right.
El, the son of El.
That's
See,
right.
What were they were trying to tell you that Superman
That's
was the
right.
son of
Son
God.
of Jor-El. That's right.
Superman is a part of the Roman and part of the Greek system of gods.
Yeah.
They tried to tell you he was the son of Jor-El.
Jor-El. That's right.
He was the son of God.
That's right.
Think about it. Superman came down to save people on earth.
Yeah.
Where did that premise come from?
That's right. Come on, preacher. That's right.
You know why they make it a cartoon? Because the shit a joke.
Yep.
It's a joke to them.
Yep.
It's a joke. Then he would wear red boots and a cape. Mm-hmm. You know what your book told the book of Yeshayahu? They want to know who that was red in his appearance.
Come from the wine press.
Who Cole was red like he had been in the wine press.
Yes, sir.
He played you and gave you Superman, had you running around flying, making a fool out yourself. Because he takes your stuff and makes a joke out of it.
Joke. That's right.
A man that wasn't from here, but came down here and dwelt like any other man.
Yep. That's right.
What's the chances of the Greeks and the Romans coming up with this?
That's right.
Ideology. To make a fool out of you. The gam, the foot. What do we do with the foot? We can gather a walk. You use your foot to go and get things. When Joseph, they called Joseph, when his father, Yaakov, they called Jacob, he sent him off to go and find out about his brethren and whether things be well with him. How did he use him? How did he do it? He sent him out on foot, the Gamal, and he was going to gather them, walking to them to gather them. Hello? When Yahushua came down here, you ain't gonna believe it. He told you nevertheless he had to walk. He was trying to gather us. Hello? So when we heard statements in our writings that told us that certain acts were being done by him, we knew because of our language, our alphabet, exactly what he was saying. His stuff is argumentative. Never for the good, always for the negative. The Dalith. The tent door. You see this? Hanging. You don't see him walk through a sheet and push it through his hanging? You seen that? The tent door. Look like the number 4, the doll, the door. this moves and it hangs. It's an entrance. Hello?
Yeah.
That's what he gave us, an entrance. When we got here, that's what we put it here for. That's an entrance. That's how we have to get through here in order to get here.
Right.
So when Yahushua told us that he was the door, we knew in order for us to get into the Malkuth, the empire, we had to go through
the dollar.
And then he told us he was the door.
Right.
Guess what you find it was? Move, hang. What did they do to him?
Hung him.
They hung him. I happen to work in construction. You know what we do with doors?
Hang.
We hang doors. So when Yahushua was put on the cross, they hung him. That's why he told us he was the door. So when he told us that, guess what we understood? That's the entrance. Mm-hmm. Going through him, it makes sense. Somebody said, no man come through the Father but by me. How you understand that? That means he had to do it. They understood it explicitly for the fact of you're saying that you are the door. The door is the entrance to the house.
Right.
Because he was speaking things that they knew. If you're saying you are the olive, you're saying that you're strong. You're saying that you have power. When he got up from the grave, from the Kubar, guess what he said?
All power.
Who did he? You just said that you was the olive. You're saying that you broke away from it because you're strong. And we know that you can be a leader. That's what you can tell. When they watch these animals, there are certain characteristics they look for to tell them who's the leader. The stature of them. Even a lion, by his mane, you can tell he's got to be a leader. It's the crown they look at on his head. It's an emperor's hat. When they made the emperor hats went up higher they went. These white folk gave them little shitty crowns. Might well put liquor in it. Emperor hat, you see how emperor hat go up? Because all otters don't have horns that go out the way they try to give. Some of them go straight up. The emperor's hat. So we knew he was a leader. A man with arms raised. Look, he's looking for something to be revealed. Mm-hmm. That breath. That relief. Mm-hmm. That's what we look at.
That's right.
The ooh, they put it as the wool. Tent peg. That's what you do to make sure the house stands. That's what we do to make sure it stands. When you built the tent, is where we originally started before we built the house. Even when we kept the taba, what they call the Ark of the Covenant, we kept it in a tent, which means we took the tent pegs, and you would take them and you would pull them out and you would nail them to the ground because that's the support of holding up the house. So when we put Yahushua on the toot, and then he told us that he was the door, the doll, we used the ooh, because the ooh, my eyes, here we go. You can add and secure, and you can hook. Because some of them, the way they got it, it's a hook. See that? It's like a hook, a fishing hook, the same way to get it, you can catch it. That's what we looked at here. That's how we know so when we use it, we talk about securing our salvation. We look back at the ooh, because that was to make sure that the house didn't come down. How typical a house fall? When it's divided. He said a house divided can't stand. So it was important for the house to know the plan. You know how most houses break up and tear up? Ain't no plan. Everybody winging it. Woman winging it, kids winging it, daddy winging it, no plan. Everybody just keep going. Hopefully, everything will work out. Then what's the purpose of giving us a plan? So what we had to go back and do was, let's go back to where the first family was established and set up. So we start looking at the failures as well as the triumph, the victories. That's why our houses are not standing, because the plan we're using is the plan he used. He stole your plan, took it, changed some angles, changed some directives, moved some stuff around, and gave it back to you and said, it's just like it was when I got it from you. And you wonder, and now you blame the creator for things failing for you versus you should have looked at who gave it to you.
Right.
What was his purpose and intent of taking it, handling it, and giving it back to you?
Right.
So he can make sure he get you off. Hello? Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do with y'all? The Zen, they call it the matop. We use this for cutting. This is what you use in the field when you start cutting, you start separating. When you start taking away, you're gonna separate. You're gonna separate so you can take the bad or you taking the good. That's right. You know what sometimes happens? Man, you have something, and you go, you know what, nigga, I'm finna cut you off. I'm cutting him off because he good. I'm cutting him off because he bad. I feel like you hurt me. When plants get to when they get to a particular state, at some point you gotta take them away, otherwise they die. Guess what we learned about America? They've been good for the time, but it's time to cut away from them because we're dying.
That's right.
A plant won't continue to live, a fruit, a vegetable won't continue to live, you leave it attached too long.
Right.
You gotta know when to cut away. That's why we wintering up, because we don't know when to cut away. Guess who would know? People that knew about these tools, because they knew the inner workings and how they work. He told you let the wheat, which would be the fruit, and the tear, which grow right along with it, and what he said? Let it grow together. Let it grow together, and, hold on, stop. Let me tell you when, no. In the time of gathering. You're right, in gathering. When I walk to come back to gathering, when I walk to come to gathering, guess what I'm gonna do? Separate. I'm gonna cut them. I'm going to cut them and separate them. I'm gonna okay, woman have a baby, she's pregnant. A woman has a baby for, how many brothers, how long? 10 months. I'll wait for them to say 9. Somebody said, I sex fast, mine in 3 months. You better get yourself checked. Anyway, 10 months. After a certain period of time, you know what the doctor's checking for every time she comes up for her visits? To see whether or not the baby is healthy inside of the bag, inside of the belly, or outside. They're making determinations on when to take it. Do we let it keep going the course, or do we sever early? Y'all got it? That's what we start learning. And when the baby comes out, they don't let that baby connect their umbilical cord. That umbilical cord was essential to that baby while that baby was in that belly. Yes, very essential. But when that baby come out, what happened? Cut it away. I got to cut America off. I'm out now. Once the mic come out, you got to cut your umbilical cord. You know what happened we got now? The so-called Negroes walking around dragging an umbilical cord.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like a fool, sir. You like a fool, ma'am. You driving this big wasted bag across the ground, it ain't benefiting you no more. You will put him for a purpose. But when your time will fulfill, every time you do something different. But guess what happened though? When you don't know the time. You look like you're good. The Hoth or the Koth. We talked about this. The tent wall. Very important for us. Walls are built for protections. Sometimes, man, a woman, women good for that, they'll build up a wall. You know, how many of y'all that you told a woman, you've been the person you've been told that? It's like you got a wall built up. And you know that wall is for defense. Because they say, I don't want to be hurt. I've been hurt, so I built up this wall to make sure I don't get hurt again. I ask you, where is the so-called Negro's wall? You hadn't been hurt. Where's your wall? So you intentionally set yourself up to continue to be injured by the same hurts. When you gonna put your wall up? Donald Trump want to build a wall. Spend your money to put a wall. Where your wall at? Because you've never been conscious to think about that, have you? That's the whole purpose of it. A wall. So you can, look, how am I divide outside if I ain't got no wall? Hello? What's outside if it's not separating? That's what the wall is for, divide. So I will know what's mine and you will know yours, and you need to know what not to cross. Like people said, nigga, don't cross me. Y'all know who we got that from? You're cold. He told his father-in-law Laban, when When they built the wall, he put it up the car. They let them know. Listen. And you know what he said? May Yahuwah watch, but when he gonna do it? Why he gotta watch between?
While we absent.
Because the wall separate us.
That's right.
You over there, I'm over him. And let Yahuwah watch between. That's the separating factor. Problem with us, he watching us because we with them. And because we all mingled in together, we got the same outfit on, and all of us are dead men. The teat, the basket. You see what the basket got? Surround, contain, the mud. That's what we're looking at, trying to contain. Y'all seen they do that. They'll put stuff down to try to contain spills. They'll lay stuff down, bury, they'll put down because they're trying to contain something. Or you're trying to get something you got it, you need somewhere to put it. When Yasharal knew about the basket, they knew about the basket. They knew how the teat worked. When he showed Yirmiyahu, he showed him the basket. He showed him the almus. He showed him the basket. He said, what do you see? He said, it's a basket, a teat. And it's got fruit in it. And that pari, and he wanted to know. And you know what he let him know? What did he tell him after that? And which means he knew what time it was. It was in gathering. See, when you make statements these people read, they don't know because they don't understand. This is a language. This is not just no picture. This is a language. When you show me this and you tell me that there is pari in it, which is fruit, then you're telling me that you've already, he's gone. The basket gathered. He showed me this and showed me this, then I know he's walking together. The basket, he's finna contain. Right now, you ain't gonna believe it. We done spilled over everywhere.
Yeah, that's right.
We talk all the time about how much blood been spilled.
Yeah.
How you gonna contain it? We're gonna gather, we're gonna put it in the teat.
Yeah.
Mr. Yahuwah said he getting ready to gather his people, his arm.
That's right.
So we knew certain verbiage that he used, and we know he's coming for us. That's been our yakal. That's been our expected hope.
That's right.
That's what our expectation is of him, that he's coming to do what we know. We've been taught to believe something that we don't know. Heaven don't exist. They give you these fictitious places. He never told you about going living in no sky.
That's right.
Yahuwah told you he seen it coming down.
That's right.
He's going to establish his Malkuth, his empire here. He told you that the Aras abideth forever. The yard. See the yard? Arm and closed hand. It's the hand, it's the work, the throw of workmanship. And we use this in describing his name, Yahuwah. Because we start looking at it's his word. Hello? What does it say? Make a shusha, noise under Yahuwah, all Yahuwah. That's right, all the best. Serve Yahuwah with, come before it with what? Shireen, singing, knowing that he is Elohim. It is he that has, wow, workmanship. It's he that had made us. That's how we knew about the yard. We understood. He told them when he seen all these things, you know, he asked us, has not my hand made all these things? We knew about the yard. The yard, the hand, the work, the throw, the workmanship. So you start to tell, that's how they identify certain artist paintings. They'll pay attention to certain strokes or certain art or certain writers. They'll look for strokes and dottings and different things. That's how they got you on when he told you, let me see. What I look like I'm doing right now. But don't think I'm coming to destroy. I didn't come to destroy, I came to fulfill, to complete. That's why he said, I just came to complete. You ain't gonna believe how long. Till. Shamayim, which is the heights expansion, and the Arats, where you dwelling at, shall in no wise move, pass, be gone, until not the smallest.
Yeah.
They got the jot from, that's a little marking. Like this is how they white folk get you, or the tittle he get you with. He's trying to get you with stroke moves. The yard, he used the iota. That's his smallest Greek writing. They actually will put iota for that because that's the smallest Greek lettering. Us, it will be the yard. The yard, the tittle, they look at the space in between the letter. Shall in no wise pass from it till
All people fear.
and we steal him. And guess what? You know, the Old Testament done away with. I've already committed error because he told me don't even think that.
That's it.
So now guess what happened? You just play with my psyche. What you dealing with my soul. You playing with my soul. Because now everything that I believe is contingent on salvation based off me believing it according to what he said. And you got me telling people and got me believing that the Old Testament is done away with. But he said, not any of it. Not the smallest yard or the tittle, the space in between. You know, they'll come up and tell you sometime you're working. You better make sure you cross every T, jot and tittle. Jot and tittle. Stroke pen. See, white folks, they play y'all. How many of y'all heard that? Dot every I, cross every T. That's small as jot and tittle. That's why you pay me. That's why you pay me, because I caused you to see. I'm a ra'ah.
Right.
They call me pastor. That's fine. I know what they mean. They don't call him pastor. Somebody say call him rabbi. Please don't call me rabbi. Before you call me rabbi. Them guys circumcised kid and put the pennies in their mouth. With wine in their mouth. Tell me how you been. Man, there be so many dirty pennies. I'm not cleaning up no pennies with putting it in my mouth.
That's right.
Your pennies be stinking and molded off, not going in my mouth. that's crazy. And the people go follow these folks on his spirit. Ain't nothing spirit about you putting that man pennies in your mouth. You a man.
That's right.
Baby ain't got no business with that baby pennies in your mouth.
That's right.
Continuing. This is the cuff. Open hand. That what you doing something? Bend, open, allow, tame. You know what they tell you? When your hand closed, can't nothing get out, can't nothing get in. If you want something to get in, then you gotta allow it. Also the hand, y'all don't have it on here. Pop, you been slapped or been hit, that's it, to tame you. That's slapping to get you away from something.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? So we understood about the cuff, the open and the bent hand. When they hit Yahushua, it was open hand, closed hand. They took the fist, they took the hand. Y'all got it? What do we got right here? The alignment. We got alignment leaving us in a perfect path. This is the middle. What's the ancient look like? Y'all see how it come down? And this is how they play you with the J. They took the alignment staff, which they'll call the shepherd staff. Y'all see this? And this is right here. Yeah, that's tight. It's called, they put it as the lamb. What they're trying to tell us, they were actually the lamb. We said lamed. They're saying originally, by this person that did the chart, that it was actually the lamb. All right? Now let's come on and see what the lamb is. It's the shepherd's staff. See that? Whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our lamb, for our lamet, to teach us the yoke, authority, and bind. You know what he told them to do when they took the Torah? They were supposed to bind it. They were supposed to bind it and there'd be a frontness upon their eyes. So they took the lemon stick. They were right on them too. When they took them, they put the name of Aldermatah on them. So people knew who was doing the teaching. You want to know who was the authority? The head of every one of our matah, the matah is for the tribes, were upon each one of the laments, the staffs. And we would bind them there. And there'd be a yoke too. These are also used, and you can teach a person by hitting them. You can also guide them with animals, and they move. You'll see a person that might have a stick, you'll see them get over there, hit them, and the animal, they'll pop them. Pop, pop. Then they train an animal. They'll use a stick that they all took from the lemon because you'll train them. And that animal will know when that thing comes already when they know it. About to get hit. I'm doing something wrong. They learn. And you know you're under the yoke, which means you're under the authority of. And that's something we didn't know. This is communication we're looking at here. This is direct communication. It ain't from Mars or Jupiter. It's what we do every day. This is a culture. Yeah. White people made us hate farming, hate using these tools, so now we're not acclimated when we're dealing with it. We don't understand them anymore. You're dealing with an Eastern culture and you live in a Western society. You are far off when you come to your understanding about the operations of this. That's right. There are people that still understand they walk, and guess what they do in the Middle East? They keep a staff. That's right. Am I lying? They keep a staff. These people still lead animals. Yeah. Because there is a nature, a behavior. That's why he talked about us being sheep. Because there are certain characteristic dynamics when you're dealing with sheep. They're timid animals and they're more obedient animals. Goats will go out and do their own thing. A sheep will be up under the protector of a llama. Hello? And he wants people to come under authority of. So he told us we were the sheep of his pasture. We understood that we needed somebody that had authority. We needed somebody that can protect us. Hello? Some people, they think they can do it. You can't do it by yourself. You're under a guard now, under the United States system, and look at how you're being defrauded. We got people calling themselves Jamaican, Haitian, all these other ethnic groups these people giving us. What, mudbone? Niggas just making up stuff. None of this stuff existed. We all originated from one place, Africa. Everybody originated from Africa. None of these people originated from these places, but they give us these hyphenated names to keep us separated. And now we're all nomads. Yeah. We don't know where we come from. Right. These folks claiming island heritage. You didn't originate from no islands. That's right. We originated from Africa. We were dispersed. Because of the curse, we were dispersed. I might make that and put that on a song. Now we're in parts unknown. I might put that in a song. Yahuwah. Yeah, I might do that. Let's see. This is what we are now in America and all these other places. This was symbolism of what they would call water that our people call ma'im. Ma'im is water. There were things they knew about water, and this is what their idea was about water. They knew that it was water, and they knew that water could be chaos. When they saw it being a storm, that's when Yahushua came out. Remember, he was on a ship, and it started, guess what it was? The water was chaotic. It was chaos. And they thought they were going to what? They thought they were going to die. They thought they were going to drown. Thought they were going to drown because it was chaos. And guess what? We're in that same system. But they were able to sigh out, cry unto the Adon, which is the master, and he rose up from his sleep and saved them. You in chaos now. That's right. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Come on, what they talk? Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Anything to make a fool out of you. Anything to make a fool out of you. You in trouble and you trying to call a Ghostbusters when ghosts ain't even real. Right. They been saying, well, it's just a movie, whatever. But you got to start looking at how it's symbolism to every time you're in a chaotic situation, you never get real relief. You never get the help you want because you don't know the right sources of the people to call. Hello? Yes, sir. That's just being honest. Sometimes people dial 0 for help. And that's for the operator. You just got a regular call, 911. Some people call the doctor. They start choking. They call their doctor. They'll tell you that whatever they be. They'll say, if this is a medical emergency, hang up right now and call. Because they tell you don't know what you're doing. You call the wrong people. We're not the people to help you if it's immediate. If you call us, you make an appointment. We'll see you then, and you can sit out here in the office by 4 or 5 hours. If you finna die for 4 or 5 hours and 2 weeks before we can get you in, and a week for a virtual visit before the 2 weeks start, please call, now hang up and call 911. Don't even leave a message. So we understood that water could be chaos. We understood that it could also be strong. It could be mighty. We also understood it represented because blood has water in it. And we understood that blood was life. So we understood that water had life. It gives life to land. You can grow. You can replenish. So we understood a lot of things about Ma'im. Y'all got it? when he told us about where he dwelt at. And he told us before him there was a lake. Isn't that right? He let us know all that, so he was letting us know it was life there. The whole purpose of telling him he saw that, and he told about he had trees, ox on both sides of the Nahar. Inside, because what we know about life, we know a good piece of land. Like niggas don't know a good piece. Nigga go buy a piece of land, it got one big pointed tip at it. You put a house, your ass gonna fall off, okay? It's just dumb, but you getting a good price. Older people understood land, they looked at the grass. They want to look at what kind of trees it had and if it had a creek or water there. That's what they would consider as good land. Then they looked at stuff that had a fruit tree or if it had plants. Now, we don't even look at plants. We ain't going to eat nothing out of the ground. Dog going to eat the grass. But older people look for stuff, whether it was crab apple trees or figs or something that you can have naturally grown there, then you can grow other things that will actually supplant or will be a surplus to what you're trying to do. So when we told us about Shamayim, where he dwelled, he started describing to us on all these things that were there. He said on both sides of the Nahar, there were ox, trees, and they bare 12 manner of fruits, and they yielded every yard. So we know in order for us to live here, we need food, and we needed Mayim water, and we knew that life was in the blood. So when you told us about something, we wasn't in no damn place we running around with no shoes off. We were looking at, we needed something to be able to supplement. We were looking at something that we could have it that would belong to us, a possession. America sold up bad bill of goods. You don't need none of that. People don't, they're about how they don't, you want a condo. Man, you couldn't give black folk no condo back then.
That's right.
Because they're lazy ass, don't want to cut no grass, don't want to do nothing. Give me an apartment. I don't want to see no grass. We want to be able to walk our yard, come out, like Chris said, Granddad say, all these animals know me.
That's right.
I knocked out Joe Louis.
That's right.
Tight, well. Tight. And I'll tell y'all about us. It's something we have conversation, we tell him. We say, now see, Jahid a hypocrite. We tell him, Jahid is a straight hypocrite. Because Jahid was going along with, you not believe it. And Chris, we told him, we said, Jahid ain't your friend now, he'll get you. So he was sitting between me and Jahid. And I said, Jahid, tell that man you don't believe his granddad knocked out Joe Louis. He said, well, Chris, you ain't lied to me. Well, what did he say?
He ain't believe it.
He don't believe it. But you ain't lied because I ain't believe it. It's a lie. If you got me to believe it, then you lied to me then. So he looked at Chris, he said, and turned around and called Jahid. Said, we tried to tell you he like that. I said, see Chris, we ain't never believe your granddad knocked him out. We consistent every time. He don't we do every time we tell him. We don't believe it. That's how you gonna be free. You tell folks, we ain't changing it, we don't believe it. Your granddad not no Joe Louis. Whole nother subject. Stay consistent. But this is what we're trying to get. We're looking for a place that gives consistency. All right? When they were outside of their land, they desired their own land. They looked at the struggles they had in other land. They couldn't get the rain, the Ma'im that came from Shamayim. They had to carry it, irrigation. We had to go carry water in. Irrigation, we created irrigation. From bringing water in, Mizraim don't have rivers that run through to just feed their land the way we did it, from where we were. But the place he said, where I'm going to put you, hills and valleys.
Yes, sir.
He said, drink the dew of Shamayim.
Yes, sir.
He said, I give you the first and the latter rain, which means when we put our crops out, he's going to give us the nutrients, he's going to give us the blood, he's going to give us the water that's going to make it mighty for us that it'll grow. And when we plant in the last part of the year before we bring it in, I'm going to give you the last rain. Don't you know you taking in vegetation, that last rain gives it that simplicity, it gives it that extra what it needs to really supply and be viable to your body? Yeah. We get this shit and Kroger's them pissing on, got a little piss water going on it. Yeah. There ain't no Ma'im rain. Right. Little piss ass, that thing coming from the toilet. Why you think they show? Think about them, you're gonna know they keep showing you water, because they speaking of your unconscious mind. They know what they're doing. We know that it was supposed to get the first and the latter rain. So now they got you thinking they're fresh, because they shooting a little toilet water down on top of it. They stole that from us.
Yeah.
Next one. The seed, I want to see what the seed was. Them said, woo, they moved that too far, didn't we? Seed, noon. Y'all see that? This is a sprout. When it starts to come up from the ground, the noon is the seed. What we knew about seeds, if you had seeds, you could continue to grow. Right?
Yes, sir.
Which gives you an heir. They looked at an heir, somebody to come in possession of. Because that seed is going to come into possession of what its first form was, which where it came from. You stem, you break it off from another plant, and then it goes into the ground. It comes from there. Now it becomes heir because it takes on that same form, identity. Y'all got it? That's what we knew about an heir. When a son is an heir, we love him to take on the same attributes of the father. That's why we call Yahushua the son, the father, because he's the heir. Y'all understand that? Well, a seed becomes heir after it fully blossoms. Y'all got it? So when we got the son Yahushua, we just want him to fully blossom. Hello? And we know he did because they took the zen and cut him down.
Right.
That's when you separate the plant from it.
Right.
Let's see right quick. We'll come at it. Give me Galatians, they call it 4 right quick in 1.
That's right.
I see y'all don't like this. I'm trying to educate y'all so you don't have to be no diamond. Galatians 4 and 1. I don't want you to be no diamond. We've been everything but educated.
Yeah. That's right.
We never advanced. We've been socially demoted. Now we got to reestablish. Thank you, Mama. This is Galatians 4 and 1, and this is, again, the Latin Vulgate. As long as look at this. Look at what word they use. What word we going to use?
Noon.
Or seed. Yeah, the noon is right. The noon is what it's called. But look at this. So we naturally know what now? Seed. Talk to us in a language that we know. As long as the seed is still a child, as long as it's still a seed, he differeth nothing from a servant, another seed. Though he be a don, is the word for master, not the word Lord, of all. Although that seed will grow and be over. God got me? But it's under
Tutors.
and
Governor.
these are tutors. You know what? Teacher, guess what? That's going to put them under the yoke.
Yeah.
That's going to put them under authorities. Governors. Tutorers. Teacher, educate you. When I came, I used to educate you to have a ruler. Y'all, how many of y'all had them long rulers? And they would pop you with them. So guess what? You were under tutors, weren't you?
Honestly.
And under government, you were under authorities, weren't it? Until, the time appointed by the
Abba.
which means he's appointed a time when a seed produces. He appoints that time. He said nature determined that. He said, I'll appoint that time.
That's right.
I'll appoint the time that said down the child cut away from under him.
Right.
I'll appoint the time to say that a seed is no longer a seed, and that became in possession of his own. Hello? When you first grow in a little small tree grow, they call a sapling. You'll tie a sapling up. You'll do the same thing. You'll tie and you'll put the ooh. Y'all never seen them get a little small tree and they'll tie rope to it and they'll put stakes in the ground.
That's right.
That's the same thing they do to a tent because you're trying to train it up in the way it should go.
That's right.
See, this is language to us. So as long as the seed is just a seed, it's still it's under tutors and governors until the time appointed by the Abba. So we also, which means inclusive.
Right.
So we also, what is he saying? That we're seeds, we're heirs, that we're under tutors, we're under authority until the farther time of appointment. Like we spent 70 years in Babylon.
Right.
Until the time appointed.
Right.
400 years in Mizraim until the time appointed.
That's right.
But we were heir, we will see. He was trying to
Right.
get us to understand. I appoint the time that a seed comes into its own. So we also, when we were children, y'all Benin children, were serving under the elements of the.
All right.
But when the fullness of time was
Come.
Elohim sent his
being
made of a
Shah
made
under the Torah,
that he might
redeem
them who were under
The
the
Torah.
Torah. That's what he was trying to do. Thank you, Mama. I do. That's what he was looking to do. So now he used the seed to come back to establish seeds. He used the man to come back to get man who was under the authority and the elements of the world. That's what he did. He used seed, and he used the premise of seeds doing it. But he come back letting us know about him sending his son. His son was the heir. His son was what he was going to use, being made of a woman. The seed he took came from, where do seeds come from? The ground.
right,
Plants come from the ground, and that's what he used, coming from the ground to redeem. Adam was a seed.
right, right.
He took Adam from the ground.
right.
Yahushua came from a woman, because that's how Adam, as mankind, after that began to be coming from a woman. So he had to follow the same premise. What he used to save us is the same premise we went through, had to come from a woman.
Right.
Adam came from the ground, didn't
That's
he?
right.
Well, Adam was the son of Elohim, wasn't he?
Right.
So was Yahushua. So guess what happened when he moved? When he died, they put him in the ground.
Yeah.
He solidified him being the son of God.
Right.
Son of Elohim, not God. They use God. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
That we might, that he might redeem them who were under the Torah, who were following the instruction and the directions. Tell me how he's going to redeem people who don't even follow it. Don't believe it.
That's right. That's right, preacher.
Redeem means to get the value of something.
Right.
Who was he redeeming?
Them under the Torah.
He came to save everybody, came to redeem everybody.
His own.
Where did you get this right from? That don't make sense. He was only redeeming those that were under the Torah.
That's right.
But guess what? The Torah done away with. So why do we need his redemption if the Torah done away?
Right. Right.
He's only redeeming them that were under the Torah, people that were keeper of the Torahs, who became victim of the Torah. That's who he came to redeem. Mm-hmm. For what reason? That we might receive the adoption of Benin.
Yes,
sons.
sir.
Y'all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can we see what adoption is? Google definition. So see if we understand it. Well, it's warm up in here, boy. Y'all cook a nigga, boy.
All right.
Woo! White man be paying y'all good to drain me out. Also, I don't hate white people. I hate white and black wrong.
That's right.
The action or fact of legally taking another's child and bringing it up as one's, which is possession. When you have, what's this called?
Apostrophe.
That ain't hyphen it. That's that comma.
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe. S. That's always for Britain. That's for ownership. They will beat your wife when you get home. And bringing it up as one's own, or the fact of being, that look bad. That look bad. You did that.
Yeah, it did.
You make me look bad, though. You don't even feel bad, do you? That's bad. Or being adopted. Okay. Who we gonna use?
Musha.
Who took people? He's exactly right. He beat you because he got two.
I knew it. He just, never mind.
He's exactly right. But guess what? What you knowing that, Justin and Chris, you understand it now. If you don't understand it and know the Torah, it doesn't make sense.
That's right.
So I'm looking for him to come down and take me to a court to do this. They didn't go through no court. When she found Musha in the water, she knew that wasn't her child, but she took him for her own and raised him up and reared him in her culture. That's what we're looking for him to do for. When Joseph, who they called Joseph, who was Maureen, who they called Mary, the mother of Yahushua, that was not his son.
That's right.
He adopted him. He took him and raised him as one of his own. When they knew of him, they referred to him as him being the Ben of Joseph.
Joseph. That's right.
So now we'll understand now how Yahushua going to take up. If you say, well, I wasn't born Yehudi. I wasn't born to them. So how am I going to be grafted in? Through adoption.
Adoption. That's right. That's
Where
right.
he's going, was Musha, who they call, was he born a Mizraim?
No, sir. No, sir.
So she took him and brought him up as her own, which means she adopted him.
Right.
And he became her. So what the fear of most of us is, we don't know who we are.
Yeah.
Because the person that took us didn't give us all our paperwork. None of us know who we are. You don't know if you know Amorite or no Moabite.
Yeah.
And guess what? You can't do nothing to change that.
That's right.
But through the operation of this man's coming, this man's ability and how he already predestined, which means he already set this to happen, it gave us an opportunity, our birthright, whether wrong, don't have to hurt us no more.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was an end, because guess what happened? Remember, let's see 4 and 1 again. 4 and 1 again. Let's see if we understand this a little better. As long as the heir, we know Nun, son, is a child. Reason why they use the son, because typically the son was the possessor. It didn't come until later till Musha came on the scene that he set up and agreed that a man's daughters, his Banu, could inherit.
Right.
It was always given to the Benin. But there
Right.
was an issue that came that each died, a man died, and he only had daughters. And they consulted Moses. Musha went to Yahuwah.
Yeah.
They said, our Abba, he had no sons.
Right.
And they were saying they should be the rightful heirs of what their Abba left.
Right.
And when he went to Yahuwah told them they were right. They could only marry
Marry their
inside of their
matah.
matah.
That's right.
right.
They could not marry anybody outside of that. If they were from Zebulun, they couldn't marry nobody from Naphtali. They had to stay there. He said, so that the land wouldn't be divided.
That's right.
They had to marry only inside their matah.
That's right.
They couldn't marry nobody because they're inside of Yasharal. They had to stay in their matah.
That's right.
Yehuda could marry Louis. If it was a female and she came in possession, that's only if she was the heir. She had to marry a male inside of that matah.
That's right.
So the land stayed consistent.
That's right.
Y'all understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
That's not saying she couldn't marry nobody or who she wanted now. If she was the heir, make sure we get that right. Somebody said, you know, you preacher said you can't, your mama. Go dig your mama out telling them lies.
That's right. That's right.
I know them teach. That's only if she was the heir.
Yeah.
Right.
You okay, Mom? You sit back. I'm gonna be on punishment later. As long as the heir is a child, which means he differeth, that means there's no change. Differeth, he differeth not. That means they're the same. Nothing from a servant, though he be the Adon of all, but is under tutor and
Governors.
which is authority until the time appointed by the, and the reason why we know time appointed is why?
The point of the men.
What you say? What you say, Chris?
Huh?
I don't want to jump over you, Chris, because you had an answer right. What is it?
Not that.
What'd you say, Dave? Boston got it. Seasons. Because we were supposed to, reason why we would know appointed time, Dave, because we actually were supposed to come and appear. We were supposed to appear 3 times a year.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So you said those, so I'm just showing you how it all reference to make sense to us. Everything, it makes sense until the time. Now, we supposed to came 3 times in a year, appointment. When? Well, I'm gonna go this week, then I go next week, then I ain't got but one more time. You're gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
Because that's not the time appointed.
Right.
So they understood there was appointment time when you were supposed to show up. So we understood the appointment time of when the Ben was supposed to show up. Just like they knew when they started massacring, when Pharaoh started massacring all of the babies, it was because he understood what?
Appointed time.
The time appointed time.
That's right.
That the heir had come.
That's right.
That this man was gonna be the done. They knew that another Pharaoh, that was his fear, another Pharaoh was going to come up and rule, and he was going to take over. That's why they wanted to kill Yahushua, because another Malak was coming on the scene, and he was going to take over. Okay, appointed by the Abba. So we also, when we were children, Benin, were serving under the elements of the world. But when the fullness of the time was come, we know fullness because of the full Yared.
Right.
That's when we came out Mizraim.
Right.
That's why you use references like fullness.
Right.
Full, they call full moon. We came out, full moon.
Right.
Sir.
Showing completion. It's full.
Right.
This symbolism. You see how that's why he gave us the Shamash, the sun, the Yari, the moon, and the Kukabin. All of these, he said, these are arts. These were signs. What else did we know about fullness? Other than when a woman have a baby, her stomach, like a full moon
That's right.
with a flat back. Okay. Listen, time was come. Elohim sent his being made of a Isha, woman, made under the
Torah.
that he might redeem them who were under the
Torah.
that we might receive the adoption of
Beneath.
This is what we need to look at, that he might redeem them who were under the he was talking about the curse. So let me get there. You're going to redeem me from keeping Shabbat. That man got to keep it.
Right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Honor my mother and my father. You redeem me, so I ain't got to honor them no more.
That's right.
You see
That's
how you
right.
got to get understanding?
That's right.
So he's talking about the curse.
Right.
Guess what the curse said? An Amorite and a Moabite can't enter in. What if you found out you were Moabite? What if you found out you was an Amorite? You can't never enter. That's a curse. So guess what he came to do?
Redeem.
Get you from under it.
That's right.
Came to get you from under it.
Right.
That makes sense. Because if you now take it the way they said it, he can't redeem you. Well, the law said you ain't got to do that. He redeemed you. You can have other gods now. You couldn't do it before. See, if you don't have somebody teach it to you that makes
That's
sense,
up.
you're going to read something and you're going to use your own intelligence. You're going to error.
That's right.
It's redeeming them that were under the curse of the Torah. Not the Torah. That don't make sense.
Right.
Right.
The Torah is not a curse to me.
Right.
It's on a curse if I don't meet certain protocols.
Right. Right.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So now you said that we might receive the adoption because these people, because the curse couldn't be Benin.
Right.
Now you can receive the
Adoption.
which means I'm taking somebody else's child that's a curse. Like the Abarim when we was in Mizraim, our kids were a curse.
Right.
Why was he killing them? Because they were cursed. So Pharaoh's daughter came and took him, which means she did redeemed him from the curse of the law.
Right.
The law was to kill every Abari woman's being.
Right.
If an Abari woman had a son, he was to die. That means that son was under the curse.
Right.
So you needed a seed that could redeem them from the curse.
Right. Right.
And he had to be under the curse.
That's right.
When we saw that redeem, he was under
He was
the
under
curse.
the curse. That's right.
So were Yahushua.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When he was born, they were seeking to kill him.
That's
right.
right.
So he had to be under it too.
Yes, sir.
It's symbolism. See, we don't have this doctrine of belief without understanding, belief without correlation,
Right.
belief without abstract. It's got to make sense. I wouldn't ask you to believe something that don't make sense because it don't make sense. To ask you to believe something that don't make sense.
That's right.
Y'all got it?
That's right.
So that's how important. Let's go back and look at our language right quick. I'm gonna try to get y'all finished. I know y'all tired. I'm sorry. Ooh, child. You like that? Start rocking, nigga. Someday. Here we go. Shun. They call it sin. That's what you've been doing. They think, ooh, I like that alphabet. Sin. The shun. This is a briar, thorn. Y'all see this? Who did we first learn this from? Adam, when he was in the garden, in the gun. Adam was told that when he was put out, that it was going to give him thorns, which would be the shun. The shun would be things that were going to do what?
Right.
Grab you. Y'all, how many of y'all have been watching stick up? You be like, you be trying to pull them things out. That's what the shun do, thorns. They grab you. And they were put there because of a hate. Elohim wanted to know, I hate kata, which is
Right.
sin. So we associated us committing sin with the shun, the thorns, in the fact that Adam was first pronounced that he would be in this because Elohim hates kata.
Right.
So this would be another area of keep. Sometimes words don't just stop us. I say, Eric, stop writing. You'll keep writing. Stop writing. Don't just keep writing. Because there's no threat. What's the threat, though? You see what I'm saying? There's no threat. Unless there's a threat, you stop. That makes no sense. Stop. Why? Stop writing. Why? Because stop right. Why? I'll kill you. Man, I could have been put it down. Because I'm not trying to die. You see what I'm saying? Or I don't want you to hate me. I hate you if you keep doing it. I don't want you to hate me. So guess what I do? Now it's contingent upon. Now I'm learning that everything you tell me to stop doing is what you hate. And you will hate me. So guess what I do? I don't do that. That's how they associate in the grab, the hate, and you can also use them for protection. I told you before, they build these fences, they'll put those briars on top of them thorns. Or they'll put the twist in at the top. You see them put them? Because they're for protection. You try to jump something. How many, how you jump gates, sometimes you push that bar down, that thing will grab. You ever had that thing? You be like, good, you be mad. That thing done tore your done pants. Or scratch your skin. You be like, good, that thing grabbed me. And you hate it too, don't you? Let's see the next one. We talked about before the the eye. If your eye look like this, go to the doctor. And if you ain't got no pupil, you're in trouble. Mike, the So what they put the eye, it's the it's supposed to be pronounced, I guess, with softer sound. The softer sound. Let's look at it. You said, you got them Betty Davis, Betty Davis, No, you gotta be that. No, y'all remember that song? Betty Davis, listen, I ain't gonna be able to help everybody. I'm gonna take this show on the road after a while now.
Baby.
Me and Martin Lawrence. I would take Eddie Murphy, but he gay. Well, you got to do be laying in your bed, telling you had a foot on your couch. Anyway, so you use the eye to see, watch, know, which gives you knowledge, and shade. I don't know how to use shade. No. Sun don't get in it. Get close. I guess what we done shade ourselves from the tour. But basically, we're looking at the eye because the eye actually gives us, you can also learn from your eye. By watching, you can pick up through that perception some things, or be taught some things just by watching. And no verbal, just like we do from watching the pictures. There's certain things, what we learn about this, you can learn from just looking at that. Once you're knowledgeable of their content or their abilities, you got it? So things you can do from just watching. Some people say, some people listen to audio, some people say, not me, I'm more visual. I gotta see. If I see, I can put it together. That's how the eye works, so knowledge. So it was important for him to come and talk about our eyes and what he would do for our Let's see right quick in the book of Kazum, chapter 3 at verse 17. They call it Revelation. It's in Kazum, they call it Revelation. I just want him to come with his own stuff, start stealing from Lee. Whoa, that jump made me mad. I like that, Lee. With the heart of a lion, behavior of a panther. Why these guys can't come up with that, Lee?
Yes, sir.
Ever rapping, never able to come up with their own stuff. Okay, we'll let them read. They call it Revelation, but the book is Kazum, which is actually mean revelations or to reveal. That's what Kazum is what it's actually called. Means to reveal. All right, read.
Because thou sayest, I am rich and increased with goods.
He said, and made wealthy. Go ahead.
And have need of nothing. And knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable
and
poor
and
blind
and
naked.
You know what he just told us, Lee? That we don't have no See, because this is what we were saying. And the reason we were saying it, because we couldn't see.
Right.
I didn't know I looked that bad. How many sometimes you don't look in the mirror or you got your, you say, oh my God, I didn't know I looked like that. Because you didn't have no vision. So that's what he started. And guess what he talked about when you don't have vision? So how important is it for him to come and anoint our eyes?
Very.
Because I'm trying to keep you from being destroyed. But you've been King Jamesing, American Standarding, ain't that right? You've been great Bibling and everything else, and you don't realize you ain't had no vision. You really hadn't. Let's see what they told her. See that? You miserable, and you poor, and you blind, and you naked. What you want us to do?
I counsel thee.
Which is a recommendation for a course of behavior to do what?
Buy of me.
What?
Gold.
For what happened?
Tried in the fire.
See, that's a difference. See, these folks just going to buy and gold. That's how nigga get ripped out. I'm about them fake necklaces. I'm telling they get you. First they used to get you. We learned then you putting the battery acid. See, in the 80s, I bought that stuff. You get it. Nigga come on, man, I got that dollar, man. You start putting that stuff in battery rack, you done got that battery rack is gonna tell it quick. Then the nigga learn to start going by that brass. Battery racks don't do nothing for brass. Nigga done got your money and gone, look like gold. He done got you and done got out of here. Then you start using a magnet. So he told you the gold I'm telling you get from me, it's already been tested.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just walk up here on the, hey man, get the, man, that wire right here. $4,000 wire, man, give me $200.
Yeah.
$4,000 wire
Right.
for $200.
Exactly.
Does the math make sense?
Nope.
$4,000 wire for $200, give me $150.
Right.
You got $75. Yo, $4,000 wire steadily
Exactly.
dropping to $75.
Yeah.
It don't make sense. So he's telling you the one I'm trying to get you to buy has already been proven. That's the purpose of testing. It's been proven. Y'all seen car commercials before? They just show you a car, it run. They'll show you all this stuff. They're trying to show you it's been tested.
Right.
They'll show you the car run on the street, run out, and showing you the speed they going and going around curve, hit brakes and don't slide. They're trying to show you it's been tested. Come to your local, local car lot, whatever to buy this car. They're trying to prove to you it's been tested. Before you don't worry about it. It can do this. We've tested it. So what he's telling you, you don't have to speculate about what he's telling you. It's already been proven.
Yeah.
So my recommendation for a course of behavior is to buy it from me because it's been tried in the fire. Guess what? It don't break down when heat get it.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about being a fake. You ain't got to worry about getting put down with whoever get your corona test. I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah.
They try to hold that thing. You hold it like that again, you're going to mess on yourself.
That's true.
Oh, when it caught that hard, it's going to come at the back end.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
body design, one of them holes going to give out now.
Oh, yeah.
Wear 2 pair of drawers. I know somebody that told we going to go somewhere what they going to do is kind of save some luggage. They were going to just wear 3 pair of drawers. They're going to put them on. And what they're going to do every day, they're going to take the top layer off. They're going to be clean. I'm still trying to figure out how they're going to work.
Right.
Y'all don't think that's good? That way they saying they'll have all, that way they be ready. But every time all they can do is just pull out the top layer, they be ready. So they got 2 more days. And then 1 more day. I'm still thinking on that. We'll see how it's gonna work. So I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. Fire, that thou may be made
Rich.
So this is gonna give you wealth. You know what else give you wealth too? Knowledge.
Yeah.
Because he said you didn't know some stuff.
That's right.
That's gonna be ignorance. Anytime you know something, it's gonna be ignorance.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to get you to, and because of your blindness. What y'all think the purpose of giving you the King James version and the other different versions, the Jehovah's Witness Bible? It's to blind you. Then they give you all these physics and other stuff. Now what they blinding you with?
Knowledge.
Science! They're blinding me with science. Come on, folks. So I counsel thee to buy me gold tried, that thou mayest be made rich and mayest be clothed in
White raiment.
which is a symbolism of unstained. Right now, your clothes are stained. Especially the person with them 3-day drawers on.
Oh, yeah.
If you're only taking the top layer, I assure you that bottom layer, when you peel it, it's going to be very brownish.
Yeah.
Your fruit of the loom is going to be rotten. May it be made rich and may it be clothed in white garments and not like the person with the 3-pair drawers with the other bottom on. And that the shame of thy
Nakedness.
may not,
Appear.
referencing to who? What was the shame from? Because they had done wrong. They were ashamed. He told them, why were they hiding themselves? He said, because I was ashamed. I had done wrong. I had done wrong. I was ashamed, so I had to go in and try to cover myself up, and he was still naked. That's why Yahuwah made him some more clothes. You were clothed, don't make sense to make you no clothes, you already got them on. So I made you a song called The Shame of Your Naked. It's still showing. So with me and Qatar was still with them. So what Mr. Yahuwah is trying to offer us is an opportunity to get rid of our shame. There's stuff we didn't know. There's a lot of stuff I didn't know. But now you come to knowledge, it don't make sense to still be in that position. So now he's telling me, take my advice. Purchase this for me, okay? So guess what? It'll cover that. I can cover that up. Yeah, that was the purpose of Yahushua. That's what he did. He came to cover our sin, our qatar.
That's right.
The shame of our nakedness.
That's right.
So it wouldn't appear. How you gonna make it in the book in the day of mashpat, judgment, when you still naked and blind and wretched
That's right.
and thinking you don't need nothing? I got people in here with they got that same mind. You naked. You know, I said, I know good way you don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. You thinking you good, you're not good. This is what he wants you to do. And that the shame of thy nakedness may not appear, and Mashiach is the word. They use anoint, thy
Eyes.
where
Aslan.
that thou mayest
See.
so you'll know. So you can take knowledge and you'll understand appearance. Because Yahuwah coming back, he gonna appear. But if you ain't got the eye, you gonna miss it. Hello?
Yes, sir.
You're missing the fact that you won't be prepared. So the purpose of me being here, so we'll be ready when he come back here. But we can't be ready or be prepared without knowledge. Because we didn't know what does he require, what is he looking for,
Right.
what does he mandate.
Right.
Let's finish up the book, all of best, then we'll try to get y'all out of here. Y'all don't remember blinding me with science? That thing was hot. He's blinding me with science. Where y'all at? Y'all folk, y'all listen, y'all young niggas need to get some age on y'all. Go on YouTube at a Shabbat. Don't act like you don't already be doing it. I heard Tim I was telling my son something, Tim broke out singing. I said, don't you YouTube me. It's disrespectful.
That's right.
If you're gonna do it, holler YouTube before you say it. Right. I like, don't act like you were there. There's some mood you had to be in back then when that came out.
Yes, sir.
Chris know every day on every song. That jump make me sick.
He do.
They got him the gun, which we don't really talk about, which is a rope. You see that semblance of the rope? Which is the rope. Twist, dark, wicked. So they look at that because same thing they did with Shamshun. Did they have good intention?
No.
The intention was wicked.
Right.
Y'all got it? Same thing with Yahushua. These folks come and they'll bind you and tie you up. That's what Yehuda told them. They said the same one whom I kissed, they told him, grab him and said, bind him quick. Put the rope on him. That was dark, wicked, all right? Twisted. Now we look at the paw. You see the lips? The paw. Is this what they use right here, dealing with the mouth? So we deal with the mouth. What you do with the mouth?
Open.
Open. He told us with the law, what the man do? Hard. That's how he among. What he told us to do with the mouth?
Confession
It's made
unto
so he's gonna open his mouth. That's right. You can't. There ain't no confession. These are my confessions. I might put that in one. Open your mouth up. So or the blow. You understand? That's how we got life. When he created Adam, he told you that he breathed on him, right? We had to blow on him. Made the wind blow, and what did he do?
Came a living
Even them folks, that's why they know about mouth to mouth. They understand how powerful the breath. People don't even realize that. You didn't know you had the power of giving life. They'll teach you CPR. Don't you know you giving life to somebody?
Right.
What did that tell you? That tell you that you emulating somebody. Yahuwah did the same thing to Adam. He said he breathed on him, and he became
Living the flesh.
a living nefesh, living soul, a kain nefesh. By breathing. You know, if I fell out, I wasn't breathing, depending on how strong or how bad your breath is, I could come back. Because it's real bad, I ain't coming back. I'm like, not with that, because it's going to be, I ain't going to never get that out. I might be finna come back and be like, you really want to smell like that? That thing a crowd dispersal. So and please don't let no sister get on me. I just got to go on. Some of them folk be want to come. I want to be back. I ain't gonna lie, I want to be back here. But not by no hand. I don't want no sister to be sitting down. I can't wait on you to fall out again. I can't take it.
Right.
I can't take it.
That's right.
All right. The sod. This is sod, which is believed. Y'all see that? The sod. Now they got more than one definition they'll use for this sod, but not sod. The trail. Some will tell you it's a man laying on his side. So it's argumentative. The trail. What else we got over here? The journey, which for us is mahalak, is the word for journey for us, mahalak. We say halak, but you got mahalak is for the journey. Chase or hunt. Y'all got it? That's what they did, Yahushua. They hunted him down.
Yeah.
Now we have the kuf. Now they were telling, you see it right here? Now the white man taught us, this right here was a baboon nose. They did, they told us an ape nose with this going through here. You see this? This the two nostrils. Now, there ain't no gorillas over there, okay? They were imported and implanted in from Lebanon. Well, we're from Shaluma actually imported these in. The only problem we're gonna have is this was already him before he started implanting gorillas in from Lebanon. He shipped them in. But most of y'all don't know. Basha don't, a lot of them don't know this anyway. But this is actually believed to be the sun, Shamash, rising on the sunset, okay? This is what this is actually believed to cool. See the sun on the horizon. Y'all got it? This is the same thing we look at when they came to the Kuba, the grave for Yahushua. It was very early.
Dawning toward
And it was dawning, which means the Shamash was on the horizon. Y'all got it? So this was symbolism that when they came to see him, amazingly, where the Shamash was evident. Let's slide me over. This is what they saw, the Kuf. That it was on the horizon. It was coming up very early, is what they learned here, okay? And we also learned who get up here? The Nabi. Hold on a second. Who? That tight. Who that humpback?
Austin.
Who did he say before? The Paul?
Nabah.
Nabal.
Oh, he said Nabal the first time?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay. That's right. So that's what we learned. So all this solidified who he was. Because remember the 21st chapter book of Matthew, the multitude said this is Yahushua, the Nabi of Nazareth. Which means they looked at he had to get up B time, which was early.
Right.
You had to get up before the Shamash is completely up.
Right.
So this all solidified who he was. The fact that he was up when they got there, he was already up.
Yeah.
You know what else they knew? This man was a Nabal.
Yeah.
Because the Nabi was supposed to, he said, I sent you all my Nabi doing what?
Rising up.
He said, rise up early. They get up early. So that's how we know when Yahushua got up. It had to be after the Shabbat, it was dawning toward. He got up once the Shabbat was over with. He was up. He said, I'm in the bar. I can't lay here all this time. The book declared, I think, the book of Yeshayahu. Should be about 14, 11, 13, 14. I think it said cast him out like a abominable branch. He cast him out. He had to get out the grave quick.
That's right.
You know when something abominable, how quick you get out of it, utterly detestable. He said that's how he got him out. He couldn't leave him in there. Get him out quick.
14. No.
It's a bad echo in here. What it is?
What happened?
Sun on the horizon. Y'all see that? Condense, circle, time. So they learn to keep up with time. Y'all got it? And that's what he told us when he gave it to us.
That's right.
The Shema, all these were for time, for seasons,
years.
and for years. That's how we told it, by the Shemash, by the Yari, and by, that's it,
That's right.
the Rosh. You see the head? That's what's on top. That's how we learned what the Rosh was. Human head, they can't hear, may look like number 4. The Rosh, and they said the Rish. But the head of a man is what it was symbolism of, and that's what it meant. He was the one in charge. He was the first, the top, and the beginning. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
We also use them for the chief and the captain. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Who told us about the head? That's tight.
Yes, Yahoo.
That's tight. Hold on, stop for a second. I heard this side first. Who that said it first from over here from this side? Jahid, you said that over here? Tell me what he said about it. You got an enemy. That's a lot of us want to fight. Go ahead with it. What did he say? That's tight. That's tight. You about to lose your turn. What did he say, Austin? Say.
What chapter?
Hold on for a minute. Get Chris. Chris asked me what chapter. You tell what chapter was it, Chris?
Chapter 9.
What verse? That is. What verse?
7. 8.
No.
5.
No, you going too far back. Should be 9 and 14. Let's pick up what he said. Yeshayahu, they call Isaiah 9 about 14. Let's see what he told y'all about the ancient and the honorable. He said the Nabi. Yeah, he made up his own doctrine back there. Go and establish his own right. Yesha, Yahoo, 9, probably 13. Let's say 13 first. Might be 13, 16, 15, 16. For the leaders of this people causing the error. The Rosh is what they're going to tell you, the leaders. Let's see if we understand it. Woo, that water. That's water. Now we're using the Septuagint. The Septuagint is the Greek oldest writing transgendering of our book. Let's see. 13 says, but the people, which is armed for us, turn not unto they were smitten. He's telling you that the people won't turn to who hit them. Who do we get that from?
Yahushua. He said he gave it back to the smart.
See that what the book told you? He's exactly right, 130%. That's why he couldn't turn around when they hit him. They kept telling him, they told him to Nabal. They want him to Nabal, which would they say, prophesy, tell us who hit you. But he couldn't turn around and look at him because he just told him why. He said he won't turn to the person that's hitting him. And it was symbolism to Yasharal. If I hit you, hey, look, that's reaction. Why would you not look? I hit you. You know to look. How about he hitting them and they not looking to him? He said, I'm constantly hitting you. Why are you not looking to me? So what do we give him? We turn our backs on him. That's what we did. We turned our backs. You see how that makes sense for us? Well, how it made sense before that they gave their backs to him? Don't make sense other than he was showing, I'm the one that's causing all this disruption in your life in America. Why are you looking to the Constitution?
Right.
Why are you looking to the Supreme Court?
Right. Right.
Why are you looking at Abraham Lincoln nuts?
Come on, preacher. That's
Pigeon
right.
piss?
That's right.
Why are you not looking to him?
That's right.
Daoud said, I will look to where? From which the heart,
my
which cometh my who?
Your help.
Where does my help come?
Yahuwah.
He said, all of it come from him.
Yes,
Who
sir.
made
Right.
the Shammai and the Arats?
That's right.
Daoud would never look to the Amorites and the Philistines,
That's right.
the Jebusites and the Hivites,
That's right.
the Mizrahites.
Yes, sir.
And that's why we've been sitting in this forsaken situation, because we had learned to look at when he's afflicting us, he's been telling us to look to him. That's what how. Look to me, a man, and he getting revelation. I understand that you are the one afflicting me.
Right.
I just got to keep just going and going to the phone booth, praying to Jesus. That's why we've been in condition we in. We didn't know where to look. Let's see what he told them. And they sought not
Yahuwah.
the Yahuwah. They sought the Lord. They didn't seek Yahuwah.
Right.
So the Yahuwah took away from Yasharal the who?
Head.
The Rosh and the
tail.
tail. Great,
And small.
because the head is greater, the tail is going to be the lesser end. In what?
One you.
In one yum. That's what we saw with Yahushua then. The old man, old Ish, and them that respect persons. What does yours say?
The ancient and the honorable. He is.
Ho. I told you.
Therefore, Yahuwah will cut off from Yasharal head and tail, branch and rush, and one yum.
So don't put branch and bush. He put the old and them that respect persons. This is the head. And in the B, teaching unlawful things, he is the tail. Yours said the prophet that teaches lies.
Sir.
He is the tail. So it makes sense why they cut Yahushua off too. Because they felt like he was teaching wrong. He told them he was the Ben of Elohim. They were trying to kill him because they felt like he was teaching lies.
Right.
He was also the head. And one day we lost the head and the tail. They told him we know that he would leave that deceiver.
Right.
Only thing we reverend deceiver to was the Nakash, the serpent.
That's right.
Because the serpent deceived Ka'ua in the garden.
Right.
She said the serpent deceived me, which means he taught her lies.
Right.
If he did, how did he deceive her?
Told a lie.
He taught her lies. He told her that you won't surely die. You won't move. Say, man, your eyes will be open. You'll become an Elohim. So the old man is different because they don't say that over there. Oh, it's saying different. The KJ 14 is this 15. 15 is this 14. Okay, let's keep going. Respect per, this is the head, and the Nabi, teaching unlawful things, he is the tail. And they that pronounce this arm, Barak, shall mislead them. You see that? People tell them, bless, blessed, we're blessed in the city. Blessed, blessed. They're trying to, you're a mess.
That's right.
You see that? And they mislead them, that they may devour them. Therefore, the Yahuwah shall not take pleasure in their young men, young unashamed. Neither shall he have pity on their orphans or on their widows, for they are all
Transgress.
Why y'all think our kids getting butchered and getting slaughtered and our old women getting protected? He ain't taking no pleasure because these people teaching us lies.
Right.
So why y'all think these people go to these seminary schools to get the information? Let me see. They go to Greek institutions to come back and teach me arbory living. All these colleges are based upon Greek and Latin.
It's true.
To come back to teach me how to live in an arbory culture. How does that work? Now I found out that Yahuwah said he's going to cut off my kids. And our older widows, he said they're going to be forsaken. Our children are going to be orphans. And all this is happening to us simply because you're thinking that there's no effect if the preacher teaching you lies. They ain't got nothing to do with me. How many times you heard people say that?
Yeah.
I don't worry about what the preacher's doing.
Yeah.
I just know I worry about what I'm doing right.
Yep.
You fruit of that tree.
Yes.
You are as rotten as your parents. I got these dumb people. I listen to Pastor Mill, Pastor Jenny. You are a retard. You too dumb to watch me. Throw your computer in the trash.
That's right.
These people sit here and these folks have sex with their members.
That's right.
These people tell their member lies. There's no way you can listen to me and there's no Christian. But it don't even make common sense. That would make you a dummy.
Yeah.
I don't know what people thinking. Neither shall he have pity on their orphans or on their widows, for they are all transgressors and Rashafas wicked, and every mouth Paul speaks unjustly. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is yet exalted. What was he telling us?
Against them.
It was against you. Yahuwah's hand was against us. He stretched him out to be against us. When Mushah did it, he caused the water to be divided.
Right.
He took it rod, he lifted them up, and it was divided and split. It wasn't in favor of them, it was against them. And that's what we're trying to get now. We're trying to get it to work in our favor.
Right.
These folks, the way they got us working, we've been singing and ha-ha and like chucka he with these people. It ain't got no better for us. You lying to yourself.
That's right, preacher. That's
'Cause
right.
you living a lie. You
That's
keep
right.
trying to say Jesus is comparable to Yahushua. It's a lie. God ain't no comparable to Elohim. He's the Almighty. He's the All-Powerful.
Yes, sir. That's right.
He's All Shaddai.
That's right.
Yours didn't tell us for the leaders of this people causing the error. Should have been 9:17, 9:16,
16.
16.
Yes, sir.
Listen, didn't say that.
It said,
But I know that. What is it? It don't
it
say
said
that.
in 15 about misleading them. I think that's what
About
it was trying to
misleading
say.
them. And those that are led them are destroyed because they more or less break it down to who? Your young men, your orphans, your widows, all these people here, they being destroyed because of your leaders. So Yahuwah telling us he's going to cut them out, going to be a benefit for us. This has been problematic for us. Piss poor leadership. And why our people been taken down. These people they don't want nobody gonna tell them the truth. They don't want nobody gonna lead them right. Nobody gonna be in quiet. I got equality for white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever they want to be. Let everybody have their own.
That's right.
Everybody do business with everybody. Everybody have their own. We'll work together. If people don't want to socialize, I don't believe in making nobody be with you. They don't want to be. I don't want to be with you either. A lot of you ugly.
That's right.
I'm talking about in the earth. I ain't talking them just in the earth.
That's right.
There's some black people I don't want to be with.
That's right.
I ain't got nothing to do with, hey, I just don't want to be with you. Ain't that right? I should have that right.
Yeah.
White people have the right, they don't want to be with you. Hell, I don't want to be with you either.
That's right.
There's some white people I want to be with, some white people I want to be with, there's some Asian people I want to be with, some Asian people I don't want to be with. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
So,
I just don't want fried rice every day.
I live-
No offense, Kasha. don't mind 6 days, not no every day. I mean, I had, what you ate for cereal? He said he got fried rice cereal. I said, cuz I can't do the fried rice cereal. But yeah, Mexican be like, you in Mexican, I don't want to be with everybody Mexican. Isn't that right?
That's right.
I want to be with the non-roast toe killing Mexican.
That's right.
I don't want no taco every day. Isn't that right? Guacamole, all that stuff. I don't want all that stuff. I can't eat that. They're like baby throw up. That stuff make my stomach hurt when I look at it. I was like, look at it, it's the avocado. Just give me the avocado. I don't want mine like baby throw up. I just can't eat everything. I'm supposed to get refried, man. The hell would you cook them for twice? Cook them one time. Hell, I ain't going to no restaurant give me no warm-up stuff.
Right.
I'm going to refry. Hell, give me the first batch.
Right.
Went back there and done it again. That's crazy. I cook all my beans in a pot.
Right.
Some stuff I know like I'm just owe me anything. Man, I be sitting there eating rat armpits and all. I can't eat all that old funny stuff, man. My stomach, I'm sensitive. You like this experiment. Are you open to a lot of different culture food? Some people are. I ain't no saying until I find out. Do you like a lot of different culture food? Would you experiment a lot of rat? I mean, not rat, but a lot of different culture food. Depending on which way you follow. If you ain't gonna mash them up, could he follow my footsteps? I want to mash them up. I got pretty good footprints I leave. No, I'm just saying, how many of y'all like that? You owe me, you'll try like different food. Yeah, you would. Hold on for a minute, hold on. Chris, you from Alabama. What food you done try? Ain't nothing hell pig foot and collard green.
I'm very cultured.
Ain't got but two meats of them in the whole country. What happened?
I'm very cultured.
Nigga, you agree with that? Is Chris very cultured? Thank you so much. I know good well he not no very cultured. But Kasha might be though, because you done been around. Where you done been to Spain? All East Asia, no, none of Europe. Because they don't know, the Navy will go to Spain. They got a base over in Spain. They think I don't know what I'm talking about, though, do they? They don't know no better, do they? You know that, don't you, Dexter? They got a base in Spain. They don't know I've been somewhere everywhere. I just got back. Huh? Went somewhere right that quick. It don't take that long. You gonna come on back. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And still got my money in my pocket. But no, it's all right to try different stuff like that. I used to be like that. I seen them folks on that 1,000 Ways to Die, and they kill that monkey, bust their head open, ate that monkey. I said, I'm done with that. How many, 100 Ways to Die, 1,000 Ways to Die? Man, they closed that monkey head up on that table, took that helmet. How many of y'all ain't seen that before? But look at, you better wrap your stomach up. They got that monkey, closed that monkey head up on that table, that thing closed, that monkey hanging out, they took them helmet, boop. Everybody took the table, boop, boop. They cut their head open and got the spoon started. I lost it. That's it.
Indiana Jones, right?
Hell, they felt like I ate that monkey brain. My stomach was so weak around there, man. You never seen that?
Oh, that was Indiana Jones, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Indiana. No, that ain't. You seen Indiana Jones got something like they took it from the real movie. I thought it was 100,000 Ways to Die. You ever seen that, Boston? Oh, you need to see that. I think they got one in there with Florida. Some dumbass went out there trying to kill an alligator. He went out there with, listen, he had his foot and said, yeah, gonna get the alligator, got his ass down, slipped and fell off. Ended that show quick right now. He done went out there, you know how dumb you gotta be, you missed the alligator, got his ass, he done slipped off that thing. That little part, that segment didn't last long. I said, that's bad right there. I've been shooting somebody with it my damn self. I gotta get out of there. Alligator done bit you can't stay down there alone. The very look I seen you on that show. You were doing something, I don't know what it was. But a lot of y'all need to look at that so you'll just learn what you don't eat. How many of y'all ate some bad abri before? The real answer, you really don't know if you have or not. You don't know what you done ate around here. Huh? You sit around there and drunk some zebra urine. You don't know what these folks done gave you. So I said, I think about it. You think you might have some zebra urine before? You don't know. You wake up in the morning, you got stripes on. You growing. That's how you know. That's how you know. Be careful. Be careful how you drink your zebra urine. All right, we're gonna have to get ready and get out of here. What else I got? Finish up the olive best. I'm gonna get y'all out of here. Whoa! That's water. That thing, that was righteous. All right, here we go. So y'all understand the head now, how important the head was? The head of a man, the rosh, that's what he let them know. That's what I'm gonna cut off, because they were teaching them wrong, because that's your leader. That's what gets you to go wrong. That's why these people need to look at where they sitting and serving at. This is the shun. They put the shun, and this is 2T. The 2T, that's what they knew, the shun. You see these sticking up here like the W? This the 2T, the shun. See that 2 front T. If your 2 front T look like this, go to the dentist before you come back. I ain't against you, I'm just saying, just go to the dentist. See an orthodontist. You might have a little vampire in your blood. Look like a wishbone, don't it? Get your jaw fixed. 2 front teeth. All right, look at them. Let's see what it says. Sharp, press, you think you press down, eat, 2. And like that right here, and you know what you're gonna make sure? Can 2 walk together except they be agreed? Because the other one left you. That's all you got. These 2 right here agreeing to stay. Just trying to help you out now. So you know they looked at the 2 front teeth and they seen the shunt, they knew it was sharp. So certain things that come out your mouth can be offensive. They looked at the shun, right? Because it was sharp. Sometimes they talk about people words cutting. Y'all got it? Or how you press down or else you can eat. Let's see it right here. I don't know what you're gonna eat. Gonna be mostly soft foods, guacamole, stuff like that. Then it's the 2. It don't matter how you call it, still like baby throw up. 2. That's why Mexican can't grow. You can't grow eating stuff like that. That stuff stuns up. Just, what's her name? Jess would have been down there 7 foot tall. He stopped eating that stuff. He the tallest people in like 9 neighborhoods where he come from over there. They eat more than he eat. That like Antoine, they tall to be Asian, ain't it? Y'all go there right now, they call you, yo mean. Y'all go there right now. Oh, in Japan, ain't a lot of them short. They got some tall Japanese people. They're mixed with all of they don't really get them. Because what it is, it's your knees. Chinese people in Japan, they knees like, really their knees don't get it. They ain't got nothing. That's why they kicking, because they ain't got no knee. You ever seen Chinese people doing knee bends? They don't do that. They just sit out there cross their leg. They can't do it. They got little knees. Huh? All our knees. They say like that. They don't sing something like that because it's offensive. All right, just help you out. You go to China, you better know. I'm trying to help you. Somebody slap you, but they ain't gonna kick. They ain't gonna hit you with their knee. All right, this right here is the 2, which is the cross. See the X? We talk about the mark, which is the sign. The 2, you see this? They call it the top. Cross sticks is what they looked at. That's how you mark it. That's what they'll do when they building or something. They'll mark something off. So they let you know they took your stuff from you. The mark, the sign, that's a signal, or the monument. They'll mark where you're supposed to meet at, or it become monumental, something that you'll kind of to commemorate. That's what we look at the 2. He said if any man will come after me, let him do what? And do what? His mark. You ain't gonna literally put the stick on, you're gonna take on your mark. Isn't that right? Because it's a sign. That's how they knew that people were acquainted with him by their verbiage, by their behavior. That's how they knew they had been with him. When Cuff was talking, they told him what? His speech. See that? That was his mark. The mark was on him. Hello? Yes, sir. Geronto, he's a mark nigga. Huh? That's I'm a mark nigga. Say, I want to get yourself together. I'm trying to help y'all out. Judge, you in your mask again. I think she get the meat flour mask on purpose. What, Chess, you eating your finger? And she finna to anyway. How much finger your wife got left, Dwight? He said very little. Like he said, you got about a Chinese knee of meat left. No, he didn't say nothing. Ain't nobody done that. You good? I said, you still got all the finger. That's all right. All right, so we just want to make sure we know that. What we'll do, most high when tomorrow we'll come in and talk a little bit and finish and see how it goes. But my whole goal is this right here. I want to become equipped and understand why you're here. Don't just come and accept something. I want you challenging in the sense of you need to make sure if you're giving up something, you know why you're leaving something, and why you're staying with something. Don't just do it because I like it. Do it because you understand it. It makes sense. Yahuwah was dealing with people that live on earth, not in Shamayim. So the things we're going to mind, that we're going to be conscious of, are things that are here. If he told me to come up there and shout and Hallelujah Mall, I don't know where that at. I know where Stonecrest Mall is. I know where Lenox Mall is. I don't know what Heavenly Clothes look like or Shamain Clothes. I know what Polo and other name brand things look like. So you're going to speak to me on a level where I can understand, or I can parallel what you're talking about. Y'all got it? This stuff these people going to talk about, blah, blah, blah. I don't have time for no foolishness like that. We don't speak it. It was a common language. They understood it. The knowledge was common. And if people were interested and wanted to know and accepted of it, you could learn as well. Right. That's two. Gerard, come on this time and let him say that. I'm a mark nigga. Come on, bro. I'm done. Help me keep my vibe. I might take it to the market. And you said, no man, he left a little scar in me. I told my baby, I said, man, he said he left a little scar in me. How you put that thing a little scar? This man actually made a Zamar explaining, Big Lee approached me about being on this song. I ain't been on the thing in a minute. But I know when I get him, I'm going to kill it. I said, this man rapped about Lee, asked him to be. I said, I don't know how he did that one. Why Jaheed can't come up with that? Somebody say he's not talented. Just hang in there, Jaheed. Y'all do that one too, Lee. Well, let him tell her what happened when you asked him about getting on that, when you approached him about being on that Zamar. Because I ain't been on nothing in a minute. How that man come on? The man explaining he ain't been on it in a minute. But I know when I get on, I'm going to kill it. Put your hands up. Which one y'all gonna let out first? Him and Lee first, or which one? All right, you don't come up in here. Why they take up their money? Oh, thanks, sweet.
Speak to Yashara. To the y'all ding first. Y'all know what time it is. Is what I've been taught, cause I'm struggling here and suffering. Play with these idle bars with them, they Jesus. I ain't put all my heart in them, defrauded me, even left a little scar in me. Wounded with the wound of an enemy, chastised cruelly from multitudes of iniquity, most high bruised me. I knew he was sick of me, I could battle reproach, but look, I turned from iniquity, let me cry loud. Spare not, lift up my voice to the people, but they hear not. These niggas know it's on the ass, his master strip, y'all should roll them, consider my people leading with sin. Every time you look around and see him bleed him again, keep pouring out your soul, he gon' break you again. We all done did things we don't wanna repeat again, so let's not hold nothing in, it's getting close to the end. Put your hands up if you are Yahushua. Now put your hands down, y'all are Yahuwah. Present yourself all as who called Shabuah. And y'all think know what it is, now give him all a couple. Put your hands up if you are Yahushua. Now put your hands down, y'all are Yahuwah. Present yourself all as who called Shabuah. And y'all think know what it is, now give him all a couple. Love, don't be offended by synonyms and antonyms. Don't be converted to the herds and the hymns. Submit your body, head, torso, and your limbs. And what's inside is unified so we can live. Just as Yahushua left out, he's coming back again. And all the soul for rise, you know what's happening then. He gon' be weeping and running on through the streets and the sins you don't let go of. All of them you can keep. Love, you know you don't want that man to tell you be filthy still. So do to Uriah. Now which it is? Come on over on your side, you know it's real. Just turn right and go straight, you know, shift the gears. Be sound in it, get you a crown fitted. This land get destroyed or prosperous, cause we in it. The Mount Coop is for the Kadash, we gon' get it. America, just like Amalek, don't forget it. Put your hands up if you are Yahushua. Now put your hands down, y'all are Yahuwah. Present yourself all as who called Shabuah. And y'all think know what it is, now give him all a couple. Put your hands hands up if you a hog, you whore. Now put your hands down, y'all you whore. Present yourself all this, who called you border? Y'all didn't know what it is, now give him all like a bull. Let me examine myself, see if I got sufficient. Don't wanna get too far, find out something missing. Gotta keep my lamp lit, bring the fall with me. Keep the pad on beam, sick of that hard living. I wanna turn a Kai, gotta avoid setting. Don't wanna stick out to the system, but I'm dark skinned. Yo, who's your blood on me? I'm a mob nigga. I gotta do with the ball, and I'm a shamar quick. I'm done, help me keep my vow. You can make it official. Put your hands up if you a hog, you hooter. Now put your hands down, y'all you hooter. Present yourself all this, who called you border? Y'all didn't know what it is, now give him all like a bull. Put your hands up if you a hog, you hooter. Now put your hands down, y'all you hooter. Present yourself all this, who called you border? Y'all didn't know what it is, now give him
all the way turn. We ain't coming down, so no God is a clown fool. And I holler here we trust, nigga. Not a dollar bill, not a pinky ring. You think we hot boys, don't worry, we clean. From the inside out, check out lifestyle, man. Don't you cut your lights on like a lights out. Sinner, man, I know the deal. Don't lie, keep it real. You wanna touch, you wanna feel. Go against your rules, will. Living like a savage, and you keep on going backwards. On the watch, we look to shop, we get our oil from your wool, and we flashing. All day we keep our light on, we flashing. Yahudim, we get it and we bout that action. Mr. Yahuwah let us up and now we flashing. Sinners be acting, yeah we flashing. All day we keep our light on, we flashing. Yahudim, we get it and we bout that action. Mr. Yahuwah let us up and now we flashing. There's no cap, but how the Yahudim keep us sparking a thought. Resemblance of the opera, we get it from our paw. We get taught to the bar after the pattern in the heart. We do self-examination, so we don't miss the mark. That's why we dickly approach me with this song. You were feeling like mother, you gon' get on. I was like, don't let me hit it. I need to get on something, ain't there no one in a minute. I'm a prepper, all I hit to the bone. If I dig it, so I get my shine on. Nigga, linga, shit. We compliment each other like a finger and a ring. We keep it lit to shine my aim, that's why we should high show ring. We stay cooking up some muscle and the dishes in the sink. Feel these martial flashing. All day we keep our light on, we flashing. Yahudim, we get it and we bout that action. Mr. Yahuwah let us up and now we flashing. Sinners be acting, yeah we flashing. All day we keep our light on, we flashing. Yahudim, we get it and we bout that action. Mr. Yahuwah let us up and now we flashing. There's no capping for shaking.
Come on, Liz, this y'all song. Come on, man, you got dad for wife. And
Wonder where you are. Oh, baby. Wonder where you are.
Where you?
Oh, baby. Wonder where you are.
I'm just so glad that
Oh, baby.
I done searched all over, wondering where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I searched all over, wondering where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. Hey, shalom. I'm so grateful for you. You're who I do. Cause it couldn't happen without you. All the kaboo, yeah, show my respect. I've been that bitch since the first time we met. Hey, you my guy, and marriage was next. I talk about you cause you're good, don't flex. First start over, high and low now. I was a player, had to slow down. Time to rally up the troops. Do my happy dance whenever I'm with you. You feel your hands when you feel it too. Was looking for truth, but then I found you, oh baby. Then I found you, oh baby. Yeah, I searched all over, wondering where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I searched all over, wondering where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I sucked all over. You say you do my merchant ship. Let's go on a cruise. I play my role, gon' hold up a standard. Put your gloves on, baby, too light to handle. Beautiful girl, now where you been hiding? Is the sun shining, but that you just smiling? I've been watching the purpose of tightening. I said to me, you walk on the island. No shots won't chase you. Now let me only no need to replace you. After my heart, that's the vow I'ma make you. That's the vow I'ma make you. I am your huggy. Now you can show me your ways that you love me. I put a stick with you with a medicine. Better, I done searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I done searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I done searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I done searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better. I searched all over, wonder where you are. I'm just so glad that I found you. Now I feel better.
That's all right, then. That was them hot diggity dog. Liz at home jamming right then. She tell that time, come on, hubby, come